didn't know that.
Hello. I am big today.
Hello.
Let me get bigger, actually. Hello.
You're even bigger? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm big. I got
I realized I
embiggened.
didn't take my ADHD meds today because I
Oh,
was tackling sleep that. That makes sense.
hippie boy.
Eepy boy.
It's like a joke on the server because one day I told them that you could. One day we couldn't do the podcast. I told them you couldn't do it because you were going to sleep all day.
Yeah, pretty much.
So now it's this. That's a joke on the server that like he went away. Giantess XPNG. Yeah. Actually, I think I can scoot over to his side. I don't think there's like. No, I cannot. Huh. I thought for sure I could. But I can scoop over to his side. Hello. Look at me. I'm a bat. I'm a vampire.
Sorry. Yeah, no, yeah, no, because like I my sleep disorder, and then also that Candy Candy like message, and she was just like, "Oh, you sure you're gonna be able to do the podcast today?" I'm like, "Yeah, what are some of the topics?" And then she listed some. I'm like, "Oh, how come one of these is the topics?" And then she put Uma, and I'm like, "I'm taking the week off. I'm good."
No, we're done with the Umas, I think, for now.
All right.
They just announced 3 new ones, but I don't know anything about them, so we're not going to go through them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a message.
So hello everyone, we're here. I'm here. I don't
She
know
is
why I
here.
cannot scoop over to your side. That's so sad. Let me
I
go
don't
over
know.
to that side.
You made this. I have no idea how any of this works.
Yeah, me neither. Like I want to be honest, I don't know what, when I build these overlays and like shit, I don't know what I'm doing. I just click buttons until something works. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean that has gotten me that far in life, this far in life. Like
I don't. Yeah. I don't think like. I don't think it's too bad. Like if you're doing. I'm just looking at the laptop that I'm fixing to make sure that it's okay. I don't think it's too big of a deal on like streams, because I feel like with streams, like the good thing versus recording is you have a live audience that can help you with troubleshooting, because they'll immediately notify you what's up.
yeah. And I feel like
And then you kind of just
also
like pick it.
oh, ew.
What's
Ew.
up?
This tweet.
I don't know what tweet are you gonna send. Oh, well, it's not showing me, Candy. It's just showing. Oh, there we go. Candy, I don't. Oh, yeah, that's pretty bad. I feel bad for that person. They didn't buy
Yeah,
a pad or something.
yeah. Unfortunate. Um
Yeah.
uh,
Anytime like my lady friends talk to me about like their time of the month, it's all they make it always sound like a horror movie that they're
oh
kind
yeah.
of just casually prepared for. Like they'll just be like, yeah, so I was bleeding out like for about like 2 hours, and then like I just had this unending need to eat like just raw meat, and then I chilled down. Like, what?
Yeah.
What?
It's like a it's like werewolf, except it's like a couple of hours a day for a week,
Mm-hmm.
every month.
Every month, yeah. No, so like my friend, she told me about this, and it opened my eyes. She was like, you have to understand, like there's a week beforehand that your body knows it's going to be doing that, and then you get a week afterhand that's kind of just like all the hormonal reset. And I was just like, so you're telling me essentially this entire process is 3 weeks out of your month, and she's like, yeah. And I was like, bitch, that isn't the time of the month. That's just your month. That
Yeah,
is just existence.
and that is like a human only thing. Like I think chimpanzees also have it, but like most mammals don't do that. They just ovulate for a while.
Yeah, that's weird that like we have like some sort of weird evolutionary branch off that I'm not entirely sure why that happens.
Maybe the
Because like
Bible was right. Maybe it's like a course or something.
maybe maybe it's yeah, it's a long curse. Because like if I remember correctly, and to be fair, I don't read up on biology much. It's not in my field, but like the whole point of the process is to get rid of like a dead layer
Yeah,
of
the
cells,
lining of the
right?
uterus.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm assuming any but like my brain has kind of wondered, it's like, do any other mammals just do that? And if they don't, then why don't they? Are they just built sturdier? Like what's the whole difference? So, yeah.
I don't know, but it's a primate thing. It's a like grade 8 thing.
Wow. It just is how it is.
Speaking of evolution, I was like, um, oh yeah, I found it. The reason they do it is because they're better.
They're better?
Yeah, it actually means they're better because like instead of building and then sharing a thick uterine lining every cycle, they only remodel the uterus after an embryo actually implants.
So like how come yeah, that just raises so many questions. Like how come humans just didn't evolve out of this?
I don't know. We were too busy having emotions.
True. Because
We
like,
evolved,
dude, I mean, there's
which is like the
a
thing.
bunch of stuff.
Like it takes
Yeah.
so much. It takes so much energy to like have emotions. So like everything else about revolution is kind of like revolves around that.
Yeah, it's humans are weird too. Because like there was like that long time where we all just kind of like thought that the appendix was like the most useless organ out of the entire thing. And it's like apparently the situation is like in most case scenarios, yes, but it also has like a specific bacteria filtering usage. Like, oh,
Okay.
okay. The human body is weird. When people talk about like nature having some sort of like smart idea in the constructs of like evolution, and I really don't necessarily think that. I think it's just kind of winging it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I was thinking about something like the other day. Speaking about evolution,
Hmm.
like and one of the things you don't really think about, but like it's kind of curious the fact that like if for some reason we decide like nowadays, as we are nowadays, we as a species decide like we want to domesticate wolves again, whatever and
Again.
whatever. Yeah, we just decide we want to do it again for some reason. Uh,
Well, no, but like, okay, no, but is this in this, so this is a situation where we have dogs,
yeah,
but for some reason we're looking at wolves primarily and going like, yeah, let's just go off first strain wolves and do it again.
yeah, like right now, as the world is exactly right now,
Okay,
we just decide we're going to like
okay, sure.
domesticate wolves again. The end result is not going to be a dog.
Yeah, no, it's
It's going
not.
to be another like a completely different domestic canine,
It's why is
which is
as
kind
a
of weird, right? It's kind of weird.
yeah, no, no. Well, I mean, it's true, but it's like it's kind of funny because like looking back, because essentially it's just like oh, it's essentially the evolutionary like mutation situation where it's like oh, after these sort of events, it's like you've kind of branched off to be your own thing. It's why like growing up in a Catholic school, you'd have some of the most annoying teachers, but like we had one and he was like 70 or 60. No, he's probably like 60. And he was just angry and he hated the idea of evolution. He's like, he's like, you can't tell me I was descended from a monkey. It's like, no, we just had a common ancestor. That's not how that works. It's not like, it's not like you can just look at a zoo and like anything at the exhibit given enough like thousands upon millions of years would just end up human. No, it's just like you trace it back and it's like, oh, we just have a common ancestor. That's it. There's the whole thing. And there was a
Yeah,
branch off.
I think it's the fault of that one. I think it's like the fault of that one image. You know that one image with like the monkey standing up.
Oh yeah. Whoever in the scientific community decided to do that really did a number on like the actual credibility of that. That's my uncle. Oh my god. Yeah,
That's my
don't worry.
uncle.
No, I have relatives like that too because they're very much the uber Christian
I
situation, and
make I make that
I
joke
tune off
sometimes
the
because
game.
I don't want to be mean, right? I don't
Hmm.
want to be mean, but like some of the like branches of my family, some of like to the other side, like my grandmother's like sisters and stuff like that, and cousins,
Hmm.
they're just like all of them are really ugly. So every now and then someone posts a picture of a gremlin or something like that, and I go, I want not that looks like that. We- and it's not even that I'm not even really lying.
There's that. There's like that question where people go like, "Oh, what if these other species had kind of uh, like in the other kingdoms or whatever, just evolve into something like human adjacent? Like if we had like literal reptile people or something like that based off of evolution." And you kind of just realize how like weird it is that we kind of got to where we are. Because when
Yeah,
you think about it, humans kind of evolved to what we are because on a natural level, our skill tree isn't nearly as impressive as the others. A
yeah,
lot of it is our tool usage,
yeah,
if
and that is like
anything.
entirely coincidental.
Yeah.
That was like because like what happened is like let me see if I get the order right. If I'm
It's okay.
forgetting the
Just
order.
you can keep talking. But okay.
Uh, let me see if I get the order right. Okay, so what happens is that we evolved to be like pursuit predators, right? We stop like hiding around and we evolve to like chase the prey around,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, the evolution decides that like the most optimal way of doing that is like in two legs, right? So we
Mm-hmm.
evolved to like walk on two legs. Uh, and then for a while,
Yeah, opposable Kilo puts out the point. The opposable thumbs do a lot of yeah, all we've done with it is exact. It's true. Opposable thumbs are just kind of a godsend, and it's the
yeah,
fact that like we just became really smart with tool creation and usage
yeah,
that just kind of puts us on our own tier.
and that's what
But
I'm
like
getting at.
obviously, one-on-one confrontation, we'd lose to most animals.
Yeah,
But like just on the grander scale, yeah, we did it.
but that's what I'm getting at. I'm getting at is that like we didn't evolve thumbs to use tools. We evolved to use tools because coincidentally we evolved to walk on two legs, so we have free hands. We just happened to have
Hmm.
free hands. So it's like it was like the other way around. It was like coincidentally we had like useless hands for a while, and then someone realized, oh, we can make stick with rock.
It's
Like can
because it's
make
really crazy
pointy
when you
stick.
think about it, though. It's just like out of all the other species, it's like sure you can see interesting cases of symbiosis and symbiotic relationships. Like one of the most recent ones that was shown were like crows and wolves, which is every edgelord's dream, I would say. But like we've kind of done it on such a grander scale where it's like agriculture. Like humans
Yeah,
just looked at it and they went like, okay, yeah, well, not only will we drink the milk from our species, well, we've seen that we could actually just drink it from like cows or like goats or whatever have you. And it's like, okay, animal domestication. It's like maybe we need to traverse. Is like we can ride something that essentially can carry our mass on long distances. And it's like, oh, here's another thing that it can convert its energy into making eggs, which would be a protein source for it. And if
yeah,
they get too old, we can kill them and then eat them. And it's just like there's just so much from that that's so much more interesting than a bodily mutation evolution. Um, because it's just like let's solve the problem at hand faster than like natural evolution would take us. Which is why humans just kind of seem lame. It's like, oh man, how come we haven't like when someone who kind of opposes evolution is like, how come we haven't evolved more, huh? It's like you'd be surprised. There are ways we are. We're losing wisdom teeth is one, but like
yeah,
humans are just really good at solving problems at hand
yeah,
because we're impatient. So yeah,
yeah.
a
And
lot
like,
of it is that.
and what's always been like so funny to me is that like is the milk thing. Is that
Mhm.
like every mammal, including humans, eventually as they get older, as they like start growing up, they stop being able to like act properly digest milk.
Yeah, we kind of cut it off
So like
from our systems. Hmm.
lactose intolerance does not exist because that's just like the way mammals are. Lactose tolerance is the weird condition.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the
It's
reason there are
true.
so many fucking people that are like lactose intolerant, is because that's just the
Lactose
way
tolerance is
mammals
an
are.
yeah, lactose tolerance is an evolution. So whenever your friend who has lactose intolerance is having a hard time, remind them that they are an unevolved Neanderthal. I'm sure that'll go well as they're trapped in the bathroom.
They are less evolved. You are less evolved, and there is a reason you cannot eat this cheese lover pizza. I'm sorry. I say as I eat another slice, and the cheese is just
I
like
have,
the cheese is just like dripping, like stringy, and like And they look
dude.
at me
To
like,
be fair, to be fair, all of my lactose intolerance friends, they don't care. Lactose intolerant friends, like they'll still
yeah,
eat.
they'll
They'll
tank
look
it.
at
They'll tank it.
they'll tank it. They'll tank it. They'll get like something like lactate, which like reduces like the problem. Or sometimes they'll be like, well, and then they eat it, and I'm like, okay. And then later they're like, oh man, I reap what I sow. But
No, like the good thing about lactose intolerance is that like you get like the really really runny sheets after, so you don't clog your toilet by accident.
yeah, so you could make an argument that it's some sort of workout, not workout. It's like some sort of
Cleanse.
diet calorie deficit. Yeah,
It's a cleanse.
Ugh.
I do intermittent fasting instead of fasting. I just eat a pizza after a while, and it just like cleans everything out, and it's the same thing.
I feel like that's foul, but like, yeah, no, who knows? It's just like fascinating on the human macro scale that people really kind of gloss over. And obviously, there's a right to be very critical of humanity, but it's very interesting to just see where we end up on the scale because we've acclimated. You're born a human. You kind of know your tool set. You're just like whatever. But then you see other animals and stuff. And like, well, how come they could do all this cool stuff and whatever? It's like it's been millions of years. They kind of have to, right? Whereas we just kind of go like, oh, I'm in a cold environment. Well, time to make the jacket or a campfire rather than create a lineage and then make them survive this over the course of God knows how long to make them cold resistant. Like the human mentality is how can I fix this for me?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, right now. And surprisingly, it worked for a
Yeah,
long time. We kind of really did okay off of it.
yeah. I don't trust
But yeah,
cows.
no, I like cows. But like they smell disgusting though.
Now, you ever
So
think about
like
the fact like, and this is something I learned in the worst way possible. Uh,
mm,
I have personal experience with this, like the worst kind of personal experience with this. Um,
okay.
Horses, they need to be trained to be able to jump over fences. Cows are born knowing how
Okay.
to do that.
That's pretty rad.
No,
That's
it's not.
adorable. You can't really picture a cow jumping though. Like, the whole cow jumped over the moon thing, but like,
Yeah, that's
I don't
funny
think I've
until a
ever.
cow is chasing you and you think you're safe over a fence.
I mean, isn't that more like a bull versus a cow? Also, like, realistically, if I remember, like, they're not aggro on nature. They just don't like really fast movements or stuff.
Oh, they are.
Oh, cows are just naturally aggressive.
Not naturally aggressive, but they're not as peaceful as you would think they are.
Hmm. Okay. Because I remember going to a couple farms for field trips and stuff, and my dad's family are farmers. Like, and he liked cows, for all I know. That being said, he probably acclimated to their behavior because he grew up in that environment, so
Yeah.
like it's not as apparent to him. But the times I went to the farm, they let us pet them. They smelled disgusting. They were kind of greasy, but they were pretty friendly and nice.
No, like there are like rankings to like farm animals, right? Because I grew up in farms, I worked in farms, I was a lot around farms a lot, right? I grew up in the mountains, everything around there was a farm.
Mm-hmm.
Like in my town, there were like 30,000 people and like 100,000 cows.
No.
Probably double the amount of chickens. So like there are rankings, right? Because like horses look intimidating, but they're kind of just stupid. They're kind of just like silly guys, right?
Yeah.
Uh, so they're fine. Um, they're fine. Then you have like goats. Goats look like aggressive and like dangerous, but they're like, just like incredibly stupid. So they're fine. They just incredibly stupid. They just go around like jumping in places, making noises. And if they're and when they headbutt you, they're probably doing it because they're stupid, not because they're angry, right? It's
Oh,
like,
okay. Oh, it's a play rough situation.
yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Well, rams are essentially like that. Yeah, I know. I
yeah.
know that.
Then you have sheep who
Yeah.
are like they have no brains basically. So they're just kind of like around eating grass all day.
Yeah.
They're just like balls. You can roll them around and they don't care. Uh,
Hmm.
then you have chicken who are like chicken are like I mean hens and like roosters. I say chicken to refer to like that species in general. No need to the
Oh
babies.
no, that no, that's how it. Yeah, that's usually
Um,
the terminology.
they're usually fine. Like they can get a little bit
Roosters can
aggressive.
get aggressive into yeah. Roosters can get aggressive and territorial though.
Yeah, but like the real danger is like they're kind of like bears in the sense like if you see a little like baby chick, just get away.
The true evil that we are not accounting for is the turkey.
Oh yeah. No, but like again, like the chickens are like they're usually fine, but if you fuck with the little babies, the mother hen
Well,
is
yeah,
going to kill you,
a
and
lot
they
of
are
animals
very good at
try.
that. They are
Yeah,
very
yeah, a
good at
lot of
that.
yeah,
Yeah, turkeys are assholes.
yeah. They're
Uh,
evil.
they're very
I don't think
aggressive.
I've so when it comes down to because you know your diet, right? Like you'll eat meat, and then maybe once in a while you'll think about it, and you'll be like, oh, this poor creature had to pass just for my sustenance or whatever. I never feel that with turkeys
I
if I'm
never
eating
have that.
turkey.
I never have that issue.
Oh, I do. Sometimes I'll eat like beef or like chicken or like just a meat, and I think about mostly because my mind runs away too much with this stuff on the macro scale of just like, man, you know, this creature like passed away for my sustenance. I'm not like a hunter like my ancestors. I take this for granted.
Yeah.
A life had to end for my sustenance. And
No,
like
I
I'll
just
feel a bit bad and I'll do a little like thank you to the cosmic scale and hope like they live on in me and that poeticism. But if I eat turkey, I'm like, fuck them. Evil. Evil
yeah
little dinosaurs. Hate
yeah.
them.
Uh, no, like you
I'm
think I just
glad.
think about
I'd
like
eat turkeys exclusively if I could. Guilt free.
whenever that topic comes up, I'm just like just the way nature works though. Animals kill other animals to eat them. Like
Yeah,
it
yeah, no, but
happens.
it's not to say I don't go to the whole like I don't want to vilify diets like vegans get dunked on enough as it is, but like I wouldn't go to the chain of seriously consider vegetarianism or whatever or veganism.
Yeah,
It's just like the hypothetical thing where your empathy or your brain will relay like the idea of what the daily life of a farm animal might be, and then the idea of life ending, right? It's like that weird hypothetical attachment that you can create. And
yeah,
so like that's what'll get me a little down at the whole idea because it's like, oh, it's the circle of life, but you really don't think about it that much or like how you should be grateful for those things.
yeah,
But again, if I eat turkey, just sometimes that thought has actually popped up and I'm like, yeah, but it's a turkey though.
yeah,
And then I eat the
yeah.
turkey.
And like I do think there are like a lot of issues regarding like industrial farming and like like just like general waste and like the scale of things and like the treatment on like industrial farms and like breeding facilities and all that stuff. There's definitely a lot of things that need to be reformed and like fixed.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
just the idea
Like a
itself of
bunch of
like
like the horrible living conditions of some of those animals before the whole
yeah,
situation.
but
Yeah.
just the idea itself of like we're eating meat, like that has never bothered me. Uh,
Yeah.
no, yeah, like
I
I remember when I
yeah.
was like 11 years old, I went to a farm with my dad to visit one of his
Mhm.
friends, right? Uh, and there was this turkey there, and he decided he wanted to have sex with me.
You've
Uh,
told this story. Yeah, I know
so
this. I
so
I
so
sadly know this about you.
so I had to. It was chasing me around, and I just had to like get into a pool and be in the pool for like 2 hours until it gave up.
Yeah. That says something that you resemble a turkey enough that it would want to go to town on you.
Yeah.
But
Uh.
like, yeah.
Yeah. And the thing
Uh,
that like horses do, where like if you stand behind them, sometimes they may kick. And, like
Yeah. I
yeah,
think isn't that more common for like mules though, but like horses do definitely do it.
no, like here's the thing, cows do that too, and they do it more, and they do it with more
Mm,
strength.
mm, mm-hmm. Yeah, no, a horse kick will fucking kill you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like it's always
That
been
thing
like
is
so
like all like leg strength. Like it has to be like.
like like I think we already talked about this, but like my whole life I was like in my mind horses were like medium sized animals.
Mhm. Mhm.
because like
You mentioned that before too.
like your head is like below mine, so you're like not a big animal.
Yeah, sense of scale.
And then my mom is like, no, no, they're big animals. And then you are like, no, no,
Mhm.
no, they're big animals. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's like my dog.
Yeah.
Like for the longest time, in my mind, my dog was like a small dog because she's like in the middle of my chin.
Oh no, yeah, she's like medium small. Yeah.
Yeah, because like she's like to like the midpoint of my chin. She's not even to my knees. She's like to the midpoint of like my shins. So he's like,
Yeah.
you're a tiny dog. So
You showed me a video of her earlier a while back, like, and then I did kind of go like, oh, she's way smaller than I thought because compared to my dog, she is much smaller.
yeah, but she's like
Yeah.
20 kilograms, I think. So she's not like super tiny.
Oh wait, how many? This is the problem with like fucking Canada. We have to mix imperial with fucking metric. Oh, so okay, about like 45 pounds. Yeah, yeah, that's not bad. My dog. Okay, so my second dog is about her weight. No, he's a little more, maybe 50 to 60. But my big dog, he's double your dog's weight.
He's a
He's a
fat chunk.
tank. He's a chonky boy, but he's like also musculature. He's got big dog breeds in him. He does not know his own strength. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, like the thing is, like my dog is like that too. She's like way stronger than you would think for a dog that size.
Oh yeah. Well, to be fair, because she looks, because I think you don't you've told me like you don't have her exact lineage, but she looks majority border collie.
Yeah,
Uh, they're very energetic and fast. So that amount of weight going at you at higher speeds, yeah, that'll be a problem.
yeah, yeah. But like the thing is, like when I like the town I grew up in, like it was like a small town, right? Uh, so we didn't have like any like shelters or like breeders or anything like that. Uh,
Hmm.
and instead, what ended up happening is like if you wanted a dog, what you would do is just like start like going around the farms. You got any puppies recently? Any puppies recently? No, you?
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
give me
yeah,
one.
yeah.
You don't even look at
That's
for the
how.
breed or anything. You're just like, what farm has puppies right now?
Yeah,
Give me
we
one.
essentially got that. We essentially got that with my cat because my friend's family owns a farm. Um, like in one of the other provinces, and they got a litter. Um, and like he had to like bunker down here like in Ontario for like a few months, and he was just like, hey, before I
Sometimes
like
you
show
forget
up,
Ontario is in a town.
yeah, before I show up, do you guys is anyone interested in some cats, like some kittens, because we got like a surprise litter and we can't like be taking care of all of them, and yeah, that's how I ended up with my cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, barns are very useful for that. Surprise litters, if you're looking for a pet and you're very adamant about getting one like when it's a baby, uh like just search for a surprise litter because you'll probably get it cheap, if
Yeah.
not free.
And
So,
like, like the thing is, like, we didn't even look for my cats. The cats I used to have, we didn't even look for them.
mhm. My street
Like,
has a lot of strays. We could have just picked one off the street, but mm,
no, yeah, like the older one literally just like showed up one day. Like
mm,
I walked into my backyard and she was just like sitting there.
a lot of the strays that we have like in our neighborhood, because our neighborhood is definitely a cat stray neighborhood, and they're friendly. A lot of the people who live here are like used to kind of seeing them as like good luck charms and like feeding them. So some do just genuine like generally if they're fed like their favorite food, they have ended up just becoming like glorified pets for that house.
Yeah.
And they just end up either staying inside the house or like the person installs like a cat door and the cat will just like go around like the neighborhood that it's like grown up in, and then it'll just come back into their house for whatever reason,
Yeah. And then
whenever it wants.
the other cat, we just kind of like found her on our walks once.
Hmm. You got a ragtag RPG party.
Yeah, she was just like in our walks. It's like, oh,
That's
okay.
adorable.
Um, but yeah, so I don't know what the fuck she is. I am convinced she has like some husky in there because she's like that. She's like
She's very
insane,
vocal.
and she's also just like crazy. because like that's the thing about huskies. They're like vocal, but they also have like an attitude, and they're kind of like
They
insane.
do. They do. I
And it's
mean,
like, why are they
my
like
eldest,
what is the deal
my
with
eldest is
them?
part husky. Yeah.
What is the deal with the huskies? Why are they like that?
They kind of act a lot like weird, over emotional cats in some ways too.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it is funny like being a dog owner and then explaining to non like pet owners like some of the problems that plague you, or like some of the situations where they're like, I don't get why you would be upset. And it's like I was trying to explain to some friends where I have like these people coming to our house every couple times to visit the dogs, and I was irritated because they kept on giving my dogs toys. And people like, why would like wouldn't you want to get like dogs like gifts? And it's like, yeah, at first, but I've had to tell them before. It's like we already have plenty of toys. Also, stop getting them plush toys. They'll rip it apart and make a mess.
Yeah.
And also, certain dogs, just like if you get them play bones, there are specific types of play bones that they like, and ones that'll drive the owner insane. There are ones where they're like chewing it for the flavor, and they specifically get ones where both of my dogs take them out to the yard and throw them around and then stare at them and start scream barking at them like they murdered their families, while I'm trying to convince my two dogs that these inanimate toys do not have any sort of sentience. And the pro tip, if you're gonna get a gift for a person's pet, ask the person first. I don't give a shit if you want to make it a surprise.
Surprises are
Just
overrated
do it.
anyway.
Yeah, it's just because
I,
like
I don't
what
I
if
don't like
what if
surprises, you know.
well,
So maybe I'm
it's just
biased.
also just like what if the surprise ends up sucking for the person
Yeah.
or being a complete waste of money? It's like if someone, especially like if here's the thing also, if you got like a really nice gift for like a pet, there's no guarantee that they'll like it. Like any person who owns a cat would know that getting a pricey thing for a cat is the stupidest thing you can do because they'll just end up liking the box more. That's just it. Like the best thing you can get as a toy for a cat is a couple dangling toys, maybe a laser pointer. But if you get something complex, chances are they're just gonna run of the goddamn box that the toy was from more than anything.
Yeah.
And be like, great, I spent money on that. And with my dogs, it's just like they have toys that they just genuinely like. They have like the specific kind of like uh balls and frisbees that you play catch with, and then others they don't really care that much. And so, like, again, I don't need you buying more of the same thing I own. If you're going to spend money on the dogs, just, ask me. And then maybe I can go like, oh, maybe they'd like these kind of treats. Or if you actually want to be a real G, just give me the money for vet bills, like,
Yeah.
parasite preventatives and stuff. Vet bills are one of the scariest things for a pet owner. Reducing that cost is like one of the nicest things you could do. Candy would know. She had a whole stream
Yeah, about
to
that.
deal with the vet bill. Yeah. So
Uh
like, yeah,
anyway, how was your week? We kind of got sidetracked.
it's fine. That's what the podcast is for. God, it's been a goddamn roller coaster. I had to lend money, and I still haven't gotten it back. But I understand the circumstances as to why. I originally, I commissioned. So I've commissioned this one artist for sets of emotes, or rather, not emotes, but well, I won't go too deep into it. But like they're these assets essentially, and Candy has seen a couple of them, and I was
Yeah.
really happy with how they turned out. And the idea was for like video. So like when I really like an artist, I usually when I get those assets, I'll be like, okay, I don't because I'm not making that much money per se at any given moment. So like I set some money aside to budget that. I go like, here's this project bundle. I need this amount of assets within like this budget. I pay them in advance. They get it done, and then boom, I got the assets. And then when that project's done, if I have more in the bank later, and then I want that to be done, I get it. So like this was the second batch of those assets, and I paid them and everything, and then they were kind of getting a little slow on it because of burnout. And I was like, oh, don't worry about it. Take your time. I don't really. have like a hard deadline. Like these are for videos, but like no need to rush it. It's not like the video is necessarily hedged on them, but like yeah. And then only recently, they said they're in too much of a burnout to even just like continue progress. I think maybe there's like, you know, when you have like a task at hand and maybe like the negative association just makes you just not want to touch it right now.
Yeah, all the time.
See, yeah, could be that. So they gave me a full refund, and I told them like, you still put work in. You showed me like core sketches and stuff like that. Like you should get paid. And he's like, no, I would feel bad kind of making you wait this long and then not doing this. So I got a full refund. Problem with full refunds is PayPal
Yeah,
instead of
takes a while.
it takes a while because like I was like, oh, they're a fellow Canuck. We have a method called like e-transfer. Um it's like the Canadian equivalent of like American Venmo and stuff like that. Uh but they sent it through PayPal. So like PayPal's notified me. It's like, hey man, look, you got a decent amount of money coming your way. You're gonna have to wait. Could you give me an estimated time, PayPal? Nah.
Nah,
Thank you, PayPal. Thank you, PayPal. You're so goddamn helpful. It's
the
just
most
annoying
helpful.
because like yeah, it's just so annoying because like I have bills down the line and it's just like I gotta plan and budget around this goddamn shit. Uh I had my tutoring client. He finished all of his stuff. I felt bad for him because he was very down and tired. And he finished a few days ago. No, well, not a few days, like less than a few days ago. And uh because he's depressed, he hasn't been talkative. And I know him well. He's hired me before like a couple years back. And I know I'll get the money. It's just like the situation at hand where I'm just like I kind of need the cash, but I don't want to also like just message him and just like have like a talk where he's like, I'm feeling down, man. I don't know. Is this like higher education thing for me, etc. Like he's going existential, and I don't want to have to be the guy who sits next to him. It's like, man, we all go at our own pace, and you never know where life might take you. But it's like there's no one road that you have to go down for. Thanks, man. Yeah, that'll be $875. I can read the room when it needs to be done. I wouldn't do that to him. So yeah, it's just like I was also just like on this mental low and I kind of need my own rest and can't even do that. And it's just like I traded in a few days to touch grass with friends for financial insecurity. And then I spent time with a couple friends. So two different friend groups had friends coming from outside of town. One was my friend who got married. I haven't seen him since the wedding. So we got to catch up big time. We didn't get to see the baby because the baby was like hanging out with the grandparents and stuff like that. But it was fun catching up with them. And then the day after, it was a different friend, and they came from like out of country. And then a couple of my other friends, they hosted and stuff like that. And we went to like a board game cafe, which was really cute. Uh,
I wish we had cute
and then
cafes
we
around here. Everything is just a bar.
yeah, we
Because
also have a cat.
Colombians are fucking alcoholics, so everything is just a fucking bar.
We also have cat cafes here, but it's like they're not as readily apparent because like there are potential health code violations. Like even the cat cafes that you actually do have, it's like the cats are usually like separated in a different kind of room. Because food near animal handling, right?
Yeah.
And like we had that, and then so the thing is, the board game cafe not too expensive. The food is where it'll start getting pricey, and I was too dumb to eat before going because like I just wanted to like get there fast because if you're a local Torontonian, you know that our metro is variable at best to getting you on time. So I was like, yeah, whatever. So I ate something. I ate a poutine there, and the poutine was like $19. It was decent proportions, but sure. And then after, and I'm gonna continue this rant. This is mostly like my downtown friends, my university juniors, and some of my work juniors. I'm getting real sick and tired of you people taking me to gourmetified, gentrified places. It's not the culture thing. I don't want to be going to like an ice cream place where all the flavors are named after Italian words, and also a medium cone for 2 scoops cost $15 plus. I'm getting tired of it. Really getting tired of it. I'm getting tired of going to fancier places. I really am. With crap portions. And then you get the one friend who's actually being sensible, and they're like, "Hey guys, could we not go here and instead go to like this diner place that would be nice?" And then the people who are hosting, who want to go to the fancy places, just look at you like you killed their family. Just like, what? Just fucking, I'm sick and goddamn tired of gourmet food. Am I the only one, Candy?
I don't know. I never
Would
go to
you
these
not
places.
get tired?
I never gone to any of these places. I don't know how it is.
It's so tiring when you're out with the real homies. I want to say this, like maybe it's part of like growing up in like an environment where your family wasn't making that much money by comparison, but you find places that are going to give you pretty good tasting food, good portions, good price, right? There's no need to turn your nose at it or act like it's lesser. I still have friends to this day where my most enjoyable moments, we go to that kind of place and it's a vibe on its own, and we talk and we chill. It's the
Yeah,
company.
I
And
remember
then there
like
are people I know who are like, this is this fusion place, and they got like Caribbean fusion with Indian and Mexican like elements. And we're gonna get like this jerk chicken like taco with like this curry sauce. And I'm like, oh, it's nice. And then I get the 2 tacos that don't even fucking fill me. And it cost me like $32. And I'm like, why do you keep taking me to these places? I don't care.
yeah. No, I know. My favorite food memory is like a fucking greasy ass fucking burger.
Yeah.
Just a nasty fucking. It was like, it's a crazy story. It was like a giant. It was like a triple size burger. It was like gigantic fucking burger, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I went outside like with some friends at a bar, and one of my friends gets the burger, and she looks at me and she's like, "Hey, you eat a lot, right? Because I don't think I can eat this burger
This is the
myself."
one. Yeah, this is your story where you both shared a burger grossly. I remember this.
Yeah, and I don't know,
Yeah,
like I don't know. It's so hard to describe, but like it's like
made erotic. Yeah, no, you talked about it.
we were like erotically like lady on the trumping this burger, and
You could just cut it in half.
it's like how do you even explain like
Let me bring my
I don't have
doggy.
the words to explain exactly how like the way we were moving, the way like the atmosphere was. We were basically having sex by proxy by eating the burger. It was really weird, but honestly, really hot. I do that again. I don't regret it. I don't have any regrets.
I'm like to continue off of this because this I feel like I've ranted about this before, but I want this to be noted. I don't understand any sort of weird classism or care for gourmetification. I don't give a shit about your marketing if you're like, this is fancy, right? Like, I think the most attractive thing in a partner is being down to earth, right? I
Yeah.
think it's like a relatability aspect of just like, I'm hungry, babe. What would you want to
Hey,
eat? And you're like, you
silent.
know what? Hey, son. He's like, I'm hungry, babe. What do you want to eat? And they'd say like a place that isn't like all just fucking bells and whistles. It's just like, you know what? I could go for Chinese. Let's go to this Chinese place, or like something like that. I find that far more impressive and attractive, and because you just don't care about the presentation. You're just like, it's food.
He's like, what do you want? I don't know. A pizza? I don't know.
Yeah, and to be fair, that's not to say I
Wow.
don't like the occasional like it's celebration thing where it's like, yeah, maybe like there's a cool experience to your food too. It's like, you don't
Hello,
have to
Star.
make that. Hi, Star. You don't have to make that like the standard for everything. Like, I'm getting so sick and tired of the people who'll just describe. If you need to pitch the restaurant that you want us to go to, like it's a Netflix series, stop. I'm tired. I don't have the energy. Just
Yeah.
give me Just give me less than a sentence.
Yeah.
I don't need like just be like, oh, where are we going? It's like, oh, this is a burger joint. Cool, you've got me in. If you're like, oh, it's an interesting cuisine fusion by this ex-military chef, like, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's like, how do I pitch my favorite restaurant? Big fucking pizzas for like $10.
Yeah,
Let's go.
let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know. Like we
I'm
were talking about this last week when we were
yeah.
like looking at the fucking like we want plates thing. You remember that? All this.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, I don't think I could. Like realistically be in that kind of restaurant where it's just like some pretentious over the top shit where they just get rid of the most basic needs for it. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you don't eat on a plate, you eat on the table. And it's just like just a mess and it's like low portions and bullshit and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to have to. I'm the one having to spend money on my end for this. If I'm spending
Yeah.
money on food, I want to spend money on food that'll fill me up and taste good. And preferably is not too unhealthy. That's just all. I don't want to have to
Yeah.
also sound like a jackass when I'm ordering my food because it's like in a completely different like language that I don't speak.
Can I have lepopu?
Yeah.
A plate of lepopu?
Like just put the subtitle too. Like I don't want to disrespect whatever I'm ordering. And then you having to correct me and giving me this look. I'm like, you're the one who wrote it on the menu, jackass. I don't. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
Ugh. So yeah, that costed a bunch. So financial security, hooray! Just gotta wait it out, and also job hunting. Now that
Yeah.
I'm more free, I can actually do creative projects again. Thank fucking god. And I spent most of today sleeping and also walking my dog out in the rain, and he loved it. He was so happy. He was smiling.
My dog doesn't like going on walks anymore. She's too old. She just like stands outside a little bit, poops, and then looks at me like, okay, I'm done.
Oh, poor baby. I love her.
Okay, I'm done.
How
She gets all the exercise going up and down the stairs.
Oh. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. Like um if I consumed any content, but I don't think I did. Oh, the news for anyone who likes aw. My dog ironically loves the rain. He hates baths.
My dog hates the wind. When it gets windy, she gets scared.
Oh, poor thing. I'm gonna say. All right. If any of you haven't checked out the YouTube video called "When Your House is Haunted but Rent is Cheap," it's a good video. Me and Candy have both watched it, and it's very much like older age YouTube. And a lot of people kind of agree with that assessment, where it's like skit based comedy that's kind of well written out and kind of like fun in that way. Um, it had a Kickstarter and it reached its goal, so they're making a series. So
Nice.
power to them. I can't wait. I really love the premise. It's kind of surprising no one made that premise before though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a fun one. I definitely recommend it for people if they kind of want like something comedic but like mixed with like horror elements and stuff like that. You know what the funny thing is though, Candy?
Woof, woof, woof.
Because I
I'm a
rewatched
puppy.
that video and I was
Woof.
pitching to people. Oh, cool. And I was pitching it to people. And that I'm sub to you. I didn't know this. A bunch of VTubers reacted to it. So for days upon days, I was getting VTubers in my recommendation page, all of which I just didn't know exist. And I immediately blamed you as I was scrolling through my phone. I'm like, God damn it. I don't know how, but this is Candy's fault.
Yeah. I'm everywhere. I'm in your algorithm, Nick.
Cortana, shut up.
Speaking of algorithms, is anything more in your week? And so, guys, I don't think Nick can hear the redeems. So, like, I don't think he hears the puppy thing.
Yeah, I can't because because I mute the stream when I'm talking with Candy, because otherwise I'd hear Candy with the delay, and myself on a delay of like 1.5 seconds.
Yeah,
So
and he cannot handle two candies.
Sometimes in my erotic fantasies, but even then, that's a bit of a finesse.
Yeah, but like, is there anything else on your week?
No, I think that's about it. You?
Okay, so speaking of algorithms and food, I kind of started watching a bunch of like Kitchen Nightmares compilations lately.
Oh yeah, you showed us a picture in the chat earlier, just on like some of the title stuff.
And I just want to go through a couple of them because they're amazing.
Sure.
Look at those thumbnails. This channel is verified. I think this is the official channel.
There's someone for marketing. They kind of know what's up.
A Dragon Ball compilation. Look at that. The stakes are high.
That's so stupid.
Mecha rhymes say battle chefs, not clickbait.
Wait, that's official? That bottom left one?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Gordon contemplates his life choices. Gordon Ramsay.
Whoever's making the thumbnails is having a lot of fun. I love this.
POV, you just forgot the lamb sauce?
That's amazing.
Gorgonzola? Why do you sound like you're like 2 miles away now?
Oh, my bad. I was just getting, because I told you I was fixing the laptop, so I had to move it. I'm back.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm back. Because I have to set up this laptop.
Gorgonzola. What? I love this title. A wild Gordon emerges from his natural habitat, a bad restaurant. Gordon gives up being a chef and takes up gardening instead. Your weekly moods brought to you by Gordon Ramsay.
Make your computer easier to Windows will read and scan this list automatically.
No, thank you.
Press the
Shut up! Jesus! What is up with these? I don't want my laptop to be talking when I'm setting it up.
Gordon says hello there.
Great.
Yeah, so I just been watching a bunch of like these. Honestly, because of the titles. Like this is good social media.
Yeah, no, like if you're a social media manager, you've kind of done your job well here, because like that's that would get a lot of people to click.
Gordon is
like...
my sleep paralysis demon.
That's also pretty good.
I love that.
Shut this thing off.
Yeah. So what else have I been doing my week? My weekly therapy sessions, which I have to do now for legal reasons. I wish there was a joke. And I don't know, like every time I go to a therapist, eventually it always gets to the point where like they're talking to me and they stop me and they go, Candy, have they tested you for autism?
Yeah, Candy messaged us in the server like I back read and she was just like, "Is it just that obvious that I'm autistic?" And like, I just kind of like, I just looked at that message and I was like, "Yeah," and then someone responded, "Yeah."
Yes, it is. Speaking of that, I saw like because every now and then YouTube recommends me like old ads because I love watching like weird old ads, right?
Yeah.
And there is this ad from the 80s about like mental like health and like you know learning difficulties like awareness. They're trying to like explain to people that like being autistic is like or like having learning difficulty doesn't make you a bad person, right?
Oh yeah.
Which is like kind of old message, right? They're trying to like, and I was the 80s, so people didn't like really know much about that. They like the awareness wasn't there. Except the message of the ad, because again, it was the 80s. The tagline for the ad is being retarded never stopped anyone from being a good neighbor.
Oh.
That's the tagline.
Oh, you were so close, guys.
Listen, the heart is in the right place.
Their heart's in the right place.
The heart is like
when your ally is ignorant.
Yeah.
They're trying. God, they're trying. What is this thing here? View.
He's a little confused, but he got the spirit, yeah. Sure, let me see if I can.
I don't know who this is.
We're back here. We're going to play the ad.
Oh.
Today, being retarded means leading a full life.
Okay.
Retarded people go to...
Are you listening to this thing?
Okay, hold on. Ironically, you said the ad thing and the Twitch ad popped out, so I have to wait.
Okay, let's wait. So everyone can see this because it's crazy. I need everyone to see this ad.
Ads are trying to stop you from showing ads.
Yeah.
This is the future we live in.
Can't have anything anymore, man.
Oh, what happened to this USB? Shit. I've never seen this happen.
Going to my like notes for like topics to talk on this in this show is so weird. Because I cannot just type the idea I have, right? I cannot just type the idea I have, and I'm like without context, just like as a sentence. So you have sentences like cats and horses. Power Rangers is cheeseburger toku. Jesus Christ.
Is it cheeseburger so good? I mean, it's like one of the goats.
There's just a thing called like there's just a line, drum line. It just says drum line. I don't even know what that is anymore. I forgot what I wrote that. I just have what the fuck is wrong with the new guy from King of Fighters? The one that is like all the colors.
Let me see. Are you saying King of Fighters or Art of not Art of Fighting?
He was like I think they added him in 14 to like be the new protagonist.
Wait, what? There's a new protagonist for King of Fighters? Are you sure it's King of Fighters or is it the one with Rock?
His name is Shunei.
Oh, I know Shunei. Yeah, no, but like I thought you meant like this was recent. Shunei's been there since yeah.
Yeah, he's 14.
He's his design isn't the worst, but
It
it's
is.
weird. No, it's far. There are some other King of Fighters characters I can point out.
Even my colorblind eyes can see like the color theory was like not here for this one.
Candy. There are
Yeah.
uglier King of Fighter characters. They're
Uh,
like undebatably uglier King of Fighter characters.
There's also just like I just have this written here, K Dash.
I love K Dash.
And I think what I was going to do with him is just like shit on his name because objectively it's like the stupidest fucking name.
It is, and it's not even a dash, but he's so fucking cool.
K quote, K apostrophe.
He's like he's like the first successor pro tech, and people don't really have a problem with him. Pretty rad.
Okay, it's time for the ad. The ads are over, so it's time for the ad. It's time to listen to this, Nick, because you have to listen to it.
Okay, hold on.
Ready?
Wait, hold on. Yeah, go for it.
Today, being retarded means leading a full life. Retarded people go to work or school, just like their neighbors, and come back to a real home. A supervised home, right in the neighborhood, where they belong. Being retarded never stopped anyone from being a good neighbor.
Yeah, their heart is in the right place, but Jesus Christ. You know what the funny thing is? Like their heart is more in the right place than modern day for people who are like worried about autism, because like the whole vaccination autism debate thing, which is stupid, but like, and it's just like, what, you saying you wouldn't love your kid if they were autistic? Like, let's say in the hypothetical, like, doesn't, but it's just like, geez.
Yeah, I've been playing. Okay, so what else did I do in my week? I've been playing a lot with my old computer, which is fun.
Mm-hmm.
And like every time I turn on the computer and I do literally anything, Windows 11 looks worse.
It's a shit operating system.
I accidentally opened I accidentally clicked like the wrong icon on the start menu and I opened Office. Except it wasn't a problem because it took like 3 seconds to open up and I could just close it immediately after. Can you imagine that accidentally opening an app and it just opens immediately and you can just close it within like 5 seconds of accidentally opening it? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I know, right? Instead of it just like chugging. That'd be great.
Isn't that crazy that all of that is happening on a Pentium with like 4 gigabytes of RAM and an old hard drive, mechanical hard drive? Because nobody remembers how to optimize anything anymore.
No, I hate that the go-to solution for so many folks is like, well, instead of optimizing, why don't we just like get hardware that can accommodate? And it's like, how about you stop with that? Especially at this day and age, where it's harder to get components.
Yeah. And also Windows 11 is just nicer. Windows XP is just like nicer looking, I mean.
Oh, Windows
like
11 looks disgusting. I hate Windows 11's like interface. I have no idea why. You know that talk you and I sometimes have, and like I think even like Dura adds in onto this too, where it's like UI designers have the most conflicted existence, because like they can kind of like, they have a job and it's one of those jobs where they kind of, when you nail it, you're like, oh, good job, but then you have to wait a while. It's like, uh-oh, I better do something, otherwise I might be unemployed.
Yeah.
So time to mess this all up. And it's just like, god damn it.
Yeah, and the problem is like Microsoft changes design language every like 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Because like that's a normal thing when you're doing like a big like product, like an operating system. You have like a design language, right? You have like a Bible that is like shapes, color, effects, fonts, sizes, proportions, all the stuff, right?
Yeah.
And Microsoft changes their design language every 2 years. So the current version of Windows 11 is like 5 different design languages like stacked on top of each other with no rhyme or reason. It's just like whenever a new app gets added or like a new update happens, the new stuff gets the new design language and the old stuff keeps the old one. So that's why you still have applications that look like they're like from Windows 7.
Yeah.
and you have like Windows 7 icons, Windows 8 icons, Windows 10 icons. Because like whatever you want to say about Apple and their products, the thing about Apple is like they have a design language and they keep it for like 15 years, right? And they just like kind of like iterate on it. Like their operating system visually has not changed that much since like 2010.
It is not. That's like one of the good things I'll give about like the Macintosh ecosystem. Yeah, keep going. I'm just setting up this laptop.
Yeah, and there's like the current one is like I think it's called like Fluent Design or something like that. And before that it was Metro. Before that it was Aero. I don't know how you pronounce that. It was like the Windows 7 one. Which, by the way, I know people cheat a lot on like Windows Vista, right?
Well, I mean, it was mostly because of that whole infamous like security problem too.
Yeah. I know people cheat a lot on Windows Vista, but like Windows Vista is a beautiful fucking operating system.
It looks nice. That's the funny thing. I remember growing up and like being told like Windows Vista sucked, and my uncle had one computer that was on Vista, and it's pretty much like where you saw like Windows 7 was kind of heading, right?
Yeah. And I honestly think Windows 7 looks a little bit uglier.
Yeah. But like no, Vista looked pretty at least.
I wonder what the design language for Windows XP is called. If it even has a name. But yeah, like just like, wow, this is so bad. Like I spent some time on my old computer, and I got to my actual computer, and I'm like, wow, why is everything slower now? The old computer, you know how much money I spent on the old computer, like total?
Probably dirt cheap. What, like less than 300?
Let me make some math real quick.
Sure.
$120.
Yeah, okay.
And that is the entire thing, including the monitor. Which the monitor is like half the amount, to be honest. And it's just faster. I don't know. And it's also like it only ever gets to like 50 degrees. It doesn't even have a case one. It only ever gets to like 50 degrees. and it is like running on like 350 watts power supply. Because it also doesn't need any energy to work.
Hey, there are times where I think about it and I do just kind of miss like there was something comforting about the XP interface as well.
Oh yeah, it's very cozy.
It's much
and the noises.
Like,
the thing about XP is the noises.
Yeah, because like a lot of new modernized tech kind of goes on like the more streamlined, flatline, like sometimes minimalist and kind of like sterile look to it. Whereas like as you said, XP and like some of the older stuff just kind of felt comfy and cozy.
Because stuff was made of stuff back then. And like I know that sounds stupid, but like things were made of stuff back then. They were trying to like make like interfaces look like something, right? So like for but like the entire thing about like the Windows Vista, Windows 7 aesthetic is glass. They wanted it to look like glass, right? Like, and that's the reason they went like not only like the reason everything looks so shiny and everything like that, but also like the translucencies, everything being like slightly translucent and like blurring the stuff behind because it was meant to look like frosted glass, right? And a lot of things were like back then were designed like that. Wait, what is this? And what are we going to like make it look like? Everything nowadays is just like, yeah, it's a computer software, just make boxes.
Yeah.
Just make boxes.
Like kind of just try to make it look as close to like mobile for a uniformity. And
yeah, that's another problem. I'm using a mouse. I don't need tiles.
Yeah, I don't need tiles.
You're using way too much fucking space.
You know, I've complained. You know, I've also complained about like website design having to do the uniformity across like the two, and just kind of like how it ends up making it look uglier on one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. And it's like, I also got like a new controller for the old computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because on my main computer I use the PS5 controller, but like it doesn't work on the old computer because obviously it doesn't fucking work on the old computer.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it recognizes it and it actually like detects the inputs, but because there are no drivers, you don't get anything. You don't get the sound, you don't get the vibration, you don't get, it just recognizes like a generic. Basically recognizes like the same way as like any like $20 generic USB controller. So I got a controller. It's like an 8-bit DAW, 8-bit DAW. You know that brand?
Oh, and yeah, that's one of my PC controllers as well. They're pretty reliable.
I got a Pro 2, and the reason I got a Pro 2 is because it has.
Yeah, I got a Pro 2 as well.
The reason I got the Pro 2 is because it has like this funny little thing on the back where it has like some like switches you can move to change it like between like moving like an Xbox controller and a PS4 controller and like shit. Because Windows XP does have drivers for Xbox 360 controllers, right? But a lot of older games on Windows XP don't know how to like read the Xbox 360 controller. So the fact that I can just like switch it over to like the older input system on here actually makes it very useful. I can just like, ideally for most games I'm going to leave it on like the Xbox 360 mode, but if a game is having issues I can just move to like the next thing over and it fixes the issues, which is really cool. It's also just like a nice controller. It feels nice, The sticks are nice, the buttons are nice. It has very strong rumble. I don't know if like the motors are like extra big or something like that, but like the rumble is very strong. It feels it's not my favorite form factor, I will say. It's a little bit like too short to like, because I have big hands. And like the PS5 controller is like, the PS5 controller is a lot fatter. And that's good for me because I have big hands.
Yeah, I like the fact that it's a little bulky. I mean, to be fair, considering that, you might actually end up liking the Steam controller if you could if it could be.
I don't think they ship to my location.
Okay.
But yeah, it's fine. It's nice. It works. And yeah, if you like set the switch to like the Xbox mode and you plug it in, it just like recognizes it as an Xbox 360 controller, which is very useful. And you don't have to install any like software or anything like that, because like the reason is like, okay, so one of the things like, okay, so what happened is like, you know what an API is, right? Do you know what an API is? When the Xbox 360 came out, Microsoft also introduced this thing called X input, which was meant to be like the next generation like input API for controllers, right? And that's what the Xbox 360 controller uses. And X input was like very, very good because in other ways, because it was like very standardized, very clean, very easy to use. And that is the reason like after 2005, controller support on PC games kept getting better, and eventually it got to the point where like basically any game you can guarantee that if you plug in an Xbox controller it would work, right? Which younger people may not remember this, but like that was not the case before the Xbox 360 controller.
No.
Every game had its own way. So in general, if a game can like support X input or like it doesn't like contradict, X input has like a degree of backwards compatibility with like the other API, which was called direct input. But sometimes it like has issues, and one of the main issues is like the triggers actually. Because for like the older API, each trigger is handled as a button, right? As an independent button. But in X input, each trigger, the two triggers are like a single axis, a single like analog axis. And basically like the right trigger is like 0 to 255, and the left trigger is 0 to minus 255, right? And there are like things inside of the API to like convert that into like inputs to allow you to like use both triggers at the same time, and like all that stuff. So if a game supports X input, that is not a problem. But the problem is that older games that support direct input instead of X input do not know how to handle that. So for them, both triggers are like just like a single stick.
Oh yeah, okay, that would be bad.
They see both triggers as a single stick, so you cannot map them. You cannot like map the left and the right trigger to like different things because because it thinks it's like the same stick, right? And it's just like going to the negative on like one side.
Because like X input came out like when? Like what, 2005? Oh, okay.
It was with the 360.
Right. Yeah. Right, that makes sense.
Yeah, and like you have to install the drivers on you have to install the drivers on Windows XP, but in Windows Vista onwards, they're just like built into the system. That is the reason like you can just connect an Xbox controller and it just runs. But yeah, it's very convenient that I can just like if a game is having issues, I can switch it to like on the side because there are like wrappers and like like compatibility DLLs that you can use to make it work.
Yeah.
But it's easier if you can just like flip a switch and have the controller just work.
Because almost all games now have to like just account for X input. I find like I don't even know how many games, probably like very much in the minority that would actually just bother for direct input.
Yeah, nowadays no. Nowadays no. Yeah. Nowadays because like if a game is not going to support if it's going to support other controllers beyond
you need
the Xbox 360, they all have like their own like unique drivers. So like like PS4 and PS5 controllers have their own APIs for like for like the touchpad and the speakers and the triggers and all that stuff, right? Same thing for the Nintendo Switch Pro controllers. Same thing for the Steam controller. Although like in Steam's case, the drivers are part of the like Steamworks like package that you get as a developer. And they are like the drivers are like inside of Steam. That is the reason you get like the menu to configure controllers inside of Steam. And if a game wants to support like generic controllers, there is a much better API than direct input called SDL, which is what Linux uses, but it's also like cross-platform compatible. So like you can also just ship it on Linux, and it's better than direct input. So a lot of games also just use that. But yeah, it's a nice controller. It is not going to replace my DualSense as like my main PC controller, but it's nice to have it for the old computer.
Yeah, no, I think the DualSense is probably up there as my current favorite controller just of all time. Because it just...
Oh yeah, it's so nice.
Yeah.
And I also just love doing it, like do silly stuff. Because like one fun thing about this controller is that it is exposed as like a quadraphonic speaker sound system on Windows. Because what happened? Because like the way the Rumble works. The way the Rumble works is that it is like based on sound waves, right? The game sends sound waves to the controller, and that's how you get like the very like granular Rumble.
Like it's the haptic, right?
Yeah, because in older controllers the haptics are just like a little like electric motor with like a weight that is like lopsided. So when it spins, it like when it spins, it rattles around. But this one is like an electromagnetic thing, so the sound waves can control like like the electromagnetism, the field, or whatever. So it has to be exposed as a quadraphonic sound system because then like front channels are like the actual headphones and the speakers, right? And then the rear channels are like what gets sent to the Rumble. But because it is exposed as speakers on the system, there are like pieces of external software that you can use to like send your sound of your system to the speakers, to the Rumble, I mean. Uh, so you can just play a song and have the controller just like rumble the song.
That's pretty great.
Like it is not coming out of the speaker; it is coming out of the rumble of the like rumble engine. It's really funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's kind of a vibe if you just like played the song on a speaker and then just paired that with that in your hand and just be like, yeah.
Yeah. It's very fun. But yeah, it's a very nice controller. I don't know what the battery life is like because it's always plugged in on my computer. I don't fuck with that.
Yeah, I mostly use my DualSense connected to my PS3. It's not PS3, my PS5 or my PC. The battery life now, after owning it for almost 6 years, it's I've noticed it get a little shorter. I think it's like maybe 2 to 4 hours before it gets like I need to start charging it.
Yeah, like that's the thing. I just don't fuck with like wireless shit. So too annoying to me. I don't like batteries. I don't like having to charge stuff. When you plug it in, it just works. So you just plug it in. Oh no, I have to handle a wire. Grow up.
I still, it's a very interesting ecosystem thing for the Xbox community that really likes the batteries in the controller. Because I'm not against it, it's just very curious. Like, I'm talking about like because they're AA batteries, right? Like I think there's like an add-on that you can just have like a charger block.
Yeah, the plug and charge.
Yeah, because like I looked at that and was like that should have kind of just been the standard for me. Like I don't think I'd ever wanted like a controller where I'd have to use AA in any sort of capacity.
Yeah. I think the 8-bit also supports Bluetooth, but I'm not going to.
I saw on a Steam controller they have the magnetic charger.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? The puck? I'll be like, yeah. I could see that being like kind of the future too.
The little puck. And it also has like an adapter, so it isn't actually using Bluetooth. It's using like 2.4 gigahertz connection. So it's like way more reliable.
Yeah. Because as much as I like USB-C, the thing with like ports and like chargers is like sometimes that inner surface can get like scratched or some bullshit by comparison, or dented.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, a puck makes sense.
Magnetic is just nice. Magnetic stuff is just nice. I like it.
Yeah, it has a satisfying tactile feel to it too. Like when you get like a.
And Nintendo also figured out like, because like the old on the Nintendo Switch, the Joy-Cons were like mechanically attached to the console, right? It was like a system of like rails that connected to like grooves on the controller, right?
Yeah.
On the Nintendo Switch 2 is just a magnet. Just a very strong magnet.
Oh really? Oh yeah. No. Yeah, the Joy-Con thing. It actually makes that snap thing from the sound from the commercials.
Yeah,
like it's closer to it. Yeah.
And there is just like a button on the Switch on the controller that like disables the magnet, so you can pull it out. Very nice. I think everyone should keep a strong magnet on their pocket. By the way, because you never know when you may need to open an electronic lock, and almost every electronic lock can be disabled with a strong enough magnet.
Oh, you know what? I don't know why this reminded me, because I talked about the board game cafe. I played different party games.
Oh,
and I played one called Tapple, and it's just like essentially you have like this mechanism thing, and it has letters from I believe A to like W, or maybe A to V.
What's the point of that? Is like at that point you have the whole alphabet, because it's like
no. You have to hear about like so it's in a circular motion, right? There's a slap thing in the middle, and you have to press the letter. So the game has a bunch of topic cards, and then you have to pick a topic. Like one card will have 4 different topics. Player draws, they pick the topic, they slap the button, and then they have to name something with the first
I've seen
letter.
this actually.
Yeah, and then you press that, then you slap it again to reset the timer. The next person has to find anything with the remaining letters, like starting on that, and you keep on going to see how far you can go. And it's kind of funny because like once you get pressured in it, you're like, oh fuck, because it's a co-op game essentially. You're all trying to get like all the letters down, but it gets funny once you start running out of letters, and then you're eyeing one letter, and then someone steals it from you, and like, oh, I put all my eggs in this basket, and then you have to go there. There's another one called Pick Your Poison, which is kind of just like a conversational game, and it's essentially like not necessarily like Cards Against Humanity. Everyone has a card called A or B, and you get like you draw 2 cards, and it gives you a would you rather essentially, and then everyone kind of picks either the first one or the second one. Um, I'm not entirely sure if 2 different players pick their options and they have to justify and do the arguments, but it's at least fun for conversing because you'll have stuff like God, I'm trying to remember something. It's like, would you always have like no, I'm trying to think of some of them. I'm blanking, but like some of the would you rathers are pretty good. It's not like always a situation where you go like, oh, this is just objectively better.
Yeah.
Then we played Flip 7, which is a popular game. Party game making rounds. It's essentially like the alternative to like Uno as a card game, and the entire thing is just like you draw a card. The whole point is you have to get 7 cards. You have to make it to 7 draws. Sometimes they're modulator cards. Modulator cards do not count to your 7 card limit. And you're trying to get the highest score in that round. You can cash like they're all numbers from 1 to 12, I believe. And what you do is you draw a card and you go like, okay, that's my score so far. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Next person draws a card. Next person draws a card. Sometimes you'll get a modulator. They'll say multiply your sum by 2, and you'll be like, oh cool, I multiply my sum by 2. Your goal is to get up to 7 cards, and then you can cash in. Maybe if you have modulator cards, you can cash in even more. But the instant you hit, like you get a duplicate of any of the number cards, you bust essentially, and you can't cash in your card. You can't cash in your points for that round. So you have the chance to ride it out and get to 7 cards, and then get a total score that might be really good with like modulators, or you can like tap out after 4 cards and go like, okay, yeah, I think I've hit my limit here. I'm gonna just safely add this to my score. First person to 200 wins. And the other thing is, as the rounds go on, the discard pile is there, so like your probability of certain cards goes up. Of drawing them and then maybe getting a duplicate or not getting a duplicate. And the way the duplicate system works is the higher the point card, the more copies of it. So yeah, it'd be beneficial for your score, but you only want to draw 12 once. But there are 12 cards. There are 11 cards, etc. So yeah. And it actually gets pretty intense and fun. And yeah, you have to completely fight the innate urge to go, let's go gambling. But it was a fun game. I can see why like people were hyping it up, especially in comparison to like Uno and stuff. So
You probably count cards in the game.
You can as the game goes on. You can, but it's not necessarily going to start change things because you don't necessarily know the amount of modulator cards that go in. So modulator cards can be like, oh, you can draw a dupe once and survive. Or oh, you can make any player of your choice in the entire game draw 3 at once, etc. So yeah, it's a fun game. I don't know if it has like a Steam version like Uno, but like
that Pick Your Poison thing reminded me of another party game I saw the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's called like Red Flag or something. Red Flags, I think it's called.
Oh yeah, I know Red Flags. Yeah,
it's like basically one player like chooses like your perfect partner, and another one is like,
but they have a red flag and yeah, and you have to pick essentially like what you're willing to put up with. Yeah, I know that. Well, wait, hold on. Candy. Breaking news. Would you like to know the breaking news?
Yes.
Okay, it's not breaking. It's like 5 days old. I want you to guess what game recently got new DLC.
Please don't tell me it was Mind's Eye.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's Darkest Dungeon 1.
Oh yeah, because nobody like 2.
Yeah. What did they add in this one? Oh, there's 2 new hero classes as well. All right. I'm gonna link this to my friend because she loves Darkest Dungeon.
Speaking of games, 2SKO is dead.
Yeah.
And everyone is all coming. Because what the fuck do you mean tag team fighter with 11 player characters at launch?
That, and I just kind of think like, I look at this in a situation where it's like, Riot's a big company and like, obviously like publisher company. And the instant you see them kind of dip their toes into a more niche market, you kind of raise your eyebrow and wonder what they think the expectations of success are.
Yeah.
Because obviously the realistic thing is like, this isn't going to do gangbusters like Valorant or League. You're automatically in a niche market.
You're in a niche within a niche. Because you're doing a tag team fighter.
Yeah, you're in a niche within a niche competing with a bunch of other people for their kind of like attention. Like the fighting game scene is kind of interesting versus like others where it's like, here are the top 3 dominant types, dominant games within the field, right? But like fighting is like, there's such weird esotericism to like the differentiating things where it's like, yeah, I could be playing BlazBlue and then another day I'd be in the mood for Street Fighter or something, or maybe I'm just all in on like Tekken, right? Like it's not the same.
Maybe I only like old ones.
Yeah.
There are entire tournaments that are just old games.
Yeah, so you're kind of going into a market that's like dispersed and scattered, and you're also just like, again, like Andy said, a tag fighter with a very low cast, which is weird because it's League. You could have pulled out so many people for this. I don't know. As soon as the layoff thing hit, I was like, I was just sitting there, just like, yeah, it's on a ticker.
Yeah,
this thing will die. It's just a matter of when.
Which is like, it is like an entire thing. Is like, okay, so
who was the last character that was released?
You're expecting people to spend money on this game, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially on skins.
So
I completely forgot. Yeah.
So okay, I installed the game, and I get news that like within a month after launching the game, half the development team got like fired.
Yes.
I'm not going to spend any money on the game because the game is going to be closed in like a year. I just know that.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
And also like, I feel like maybe like they underestimated, because like Valorant and League are like on genres where it's okay to be like only online, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like launching a tag team fighter game with absolutely no single player content, not even arcade mode, that's kind of like a...
Well, it's free to play.
Yeah,
so I think you can
fighting games kind of need some, at least an arcade ladder or something like that. People spend a lot of time.
Okay, our arcade mode, yeah. Did they have training mode?
I think so.
Okay, so this was definitely for the lab crew, like that type of folk. Yeah, it's perplexing because like if you're going free to play, I get it. Like maybe you're kind of limited on like, you're really hoping for the skins and stuff to do the rounds, but it's like you also just need a bigger starting cast, and also like I want to say 2XKO's marketing wasn't the best.
Yeah.
That I can remember. I can't really remember much of 2XKO marketing to begin with.
Which, speaking of that, could the game have been like maybe a little bit more successful if it had a name that didn't like that is the worst fucking name. It doesn't tell you anything about it.
Yeah.
Does it tell you that it is a fighting game? No. Does it tell you that it is a tag team fighter? No. Does it tell you that it is like League? No.
Its name was like Project L.
They could have like gone with like some stupid joke about like, because it's League of Legends, so just like replace League with another word.
Oh yeah. Arena of Legends.
Yeah. It's like the easiest fucking name in the world, and you decided 2XKO, a stupid fucking like Tokon is a stupid name, but the full name is Marvel Tokon, so I at least know it's a Marvel fighting game.
Arcane is very close to arcade too. You could probably do something with that, but
yeah,
you like, I don't know. The art style also looked pretty decent too, but it's just like, it's when people go like, oh, this Titan is gonna break into this this side of the industry and like they're gonna reshape is like not necessarily. Like they can have success in one avenue and completely misread the room
Yeah.
and just like kind of just fall on their ass and die. Like we've had that with other like games and stuff like hell, Bosky was pretty successful up until the point of Lawbreakers. And then Lawbreakers fucking crashed. Right? Like just because you have experience in like other like genres or something, or you made like a Titan, doesn't mean you're going to be able to strike gold every single time in every different genre or market.
Yeah.
And it's a bummer too.
And also
because
for some fucking reason,
Mhm.
the game is like dead now. But there,
Well, yeah,
there are
just
like 2 other characters coming anyway.
who are the two? Is it Lux and
Samira.
which one's Samira? Hold on.
Samira is the old lady with the eye patch.
Candy, I don't give a shit about League.
Me
anymore.
neither, but I have seen porn of her.
Whatever. I don't know Samira that well.
She's hot
She
though.
must be a character. She must be a character long after I fucking left playing with my friends.
She's hot though.
Yeah, admittedly she is. I mean, even now looking at this roster, I'm like, there's not really anyone I'd play. Maybe Thresh.
They are missing so many iconic characters. I don't know how they're like choosing which characters get added, but they're missing so many are like iconic to the League community.
Well, the thing is, I can't completely go. You should have had these iconic characters because there has to be like a thing where you go like, okay, this isn't a matter of like looking at the League community like they translate their time to this. They won't.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like the most notable faces and the most like people you could like mascot them. Like Yasuo is a mascot, Echo's a mascot, Kate, Vi, Jinx, mascots, like very easy sells. Teemo mascot, right? Definitely like if someone was going like, man, why didn't you put like that giant ice bird? I'd sit there and I'd just be like, who the fuck are you trying to convince? It's like, yeah, you want to get like the shit that's like easy to sell to people,
Yeah.
that like anyone can look at and is like a cool character on base, and then maybe the addition of if I know anything within this universe, yeah, that's neat. But like, yeah,
I mean, that's how they
I
get
don't
you.
know.
Like that's how you're supposed. That's how fighting games are supposed to get you. You look at a character and it's like, I love this guy. I want to learn this guy. And
It's
you buy the
character
game.
designs. It's just character designs. Yeah.
And you buy the game and you start playing that guy and you're like, okay, this game is very fun. I'm going to try another character. And you're like, okay, I'm in this shit now. Fuck it. Fuck off. Fuck. Oh no. Fuck. My life is over. Oh no.
As a brain dead person who was forced to play League with his friends because they needed a fifth person, if you added Wukong, and I know I'm the problem for all of you who play League, and I don't care because I don't like you, because I had to play with you. Put Wukong in. Put Azir in. Azir's just a giant chicken man. I like him. Put the weirdos in.
Oh.
I don't know what it like when you think about Azir's so cool. He's so cool, but like,
Do you think?
when you think of
Do you think chicken people taste like chicken or like people?
probably a mix.
Huh.
Probably feels like an off-brand meat. Like you'd be like, oh yeah, like how when your vegetarian friend just tells you like Beyond Meat burgers taste exactly like meat, and then you eat them and you're like, it doesn't exactly taste like meat, but it kind of tastes enough like it, and I'm like, yeah, I could this can work. It's kind of like
Which
that.
is like, and that's another thing. Going back to the topic about like killing animals for food and shit like that.
Yeah.
If at any point they make fake meat that like has the same taste, same texture, and same price as real meat, I would switch.
Yeah, me too.
It's fine.
I've talked about this. They're trying to do that, but the problem is like the cost. So there's clone meat where they get like the cells of the animal and then they just kind of clone that part. The problem is it hasn't been perfected, and also the amount in cost for production, right?
Yeah.
That's just gonna innately like make a difference. if that was like for humanity in the future, yeah, fuck yeah, I'd eat that. I don't give a
Yeah.
shit.
Like if it tastes the same, I'm like,
Yeah.
and the texture. That is very important to me is the texture. I'm very picky with textures. But yeah, I'll just I will eat the fake meat. I will tell you what I will never eat though.
What?
Is the fucking insects. You are not going to make me eat an insect. It's like no, you should try crickets. You should try this like grub, this worm, this what. No, I will never eat the fucking insects. Fuck you. You are never going to make me eat the bugs.
I once had a chocolate covered ants. I was surprised. I was like, yeah, no, because my friend fooled me. And I was like, ew at first, but I'm like, yeah, it works. They're crunchy.
I will never eat the bug.
Because, yeah.
I will never consume the insect.
I feel like by technicality, aren't like, no, because like mollusks and stuff like that are their own thing, really. Like they're like close to it, but they're not really. Like you can make an argument that a lobster is a giant fucking sea bug, but it's not really. So, yeah.
Are lobsters like, what are lobsters? Aren't they crustaceans?
They're crustaceans, yeah. Mollusks are more like snails and stuff.
It's so weird to me that like crabs are crustaceans.
Crawfish. I love crawfish. Wait, what did you say?
No, they are. Okay.
Yeah, they are. Like what?
I thought they were arachnids for a while.
Oh, because spider crab and stuff like that. I think they're like a specific suborder of crustacean, though. I don't know what. But they're like related to like lobsters and all of them, so. And I kind of just want shellfish. What were we talking about before this? Oh yeah, 2XKO. Okay, so like let's think about this because you don't really like tag fighters, and I like tag fighters, but let's go on a thing. What do you think personally would have been a good amount for a starting cast?
For 2XKO? I don't know how many characters does League have.
Well, it can't be that. But let's also put on there for anyone who's going. This is completely unreasonable to be asking. Riot's a very rich company. Yeah. If they really wanted to dump the money, now that being said, we also said it was a niche market, but like, yeah, if they really cared to put the investment here, and also the development time was so fucking long that this roster is kind of atrocious regardless. What do you think would be a good roster? Now, not looking at the league roster and hand picking, like, what do you think, like on a numerical standard, like what you think should be the average for it?
Let me look at something real quick.
Sure.
I'm going to say probably a good like compromise would have been 22.
22?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's also look at some other things. I'm going to look at some comparisons here.
I think Tokon has like 20 at launch.
Okay. All right. This is true. Okay. So Token has 20 at launch, right? Dragon Ball FighterZ had 24 on launch, and before anyone goes the Goku joke, there were 3 Gokus, 3 Vegetas. I think maybe 4 Gokus if you count Black, sure. But they did have different movesets. That's important. They weren't clone characters.
Yeah.
MVC 2 had 24 characters. MVC 3 had 36. That's not ultimate. That's base. So yeah, 2XKO had half the average.
You had half the lower end.
Yeah, like you were already starting off pretty low. Like I don't know what the game plan was. Like you can't you kind of need that diversity to get more people in just to begin with, and then it helps because like sure you can say oh there are different combinations, but that still goes
Didn't
towards like
NBC2
having
have
like
like 50 or 60?
MVC. I'm talking about like on release.
Did NBC2 get DLC?
No,
Is
oh
it too
wait,
old for that?
did MVC2 get DLC? I'm looking at. Hold on, let me
I
see.
think NBC2 is too old.
Yeah, no, it's too old for that starting roster. Because I let me check the Google thing. The starting roster came to some no. Okay, but like it could have gotten in different editions. That's why. Because remember that. Hold on a second.
Hmm.
All right. Yeah. So no, MVC2 starting cast says 24. But let's see, 3, 6, 12, 24. Were there multiple editions of 2? I feel like there were. MVC2 has 56. Why did it give me 24? Is it the iOS version?
Maybe.
Could be. But yeah. Let's back to this. Let's say that we're going on the most generous on the low end, right? You could say the argument for the higher cost of doing 3D models. You could add that. You still didn't pass like 20.
Yeah.
You didn't get to 20. And the important thing is just like you need more characters for more combinations to appeal to more people. Like you'd be surprised how a tag fighter is kind of effective in that regard because like when you look at Tokon and you go oh 20 like starting fighters whatever, but then you realize like oh there are a bunch of different team combinations that can do a bunch of different things, right? That
Yeah.
exponentially adds to a bunch of this, and that can appeal to a lot of people, especially within that genre. So like it's just very perplexing why you would confidently start out with like what 11.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And also there's like the whole thing of like yeah, you're not going to get all the fucking characters from League at launch. Just like or probably ever. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta but like the thing that Tokon did well and that Rivals did well is that they pick heavy hitters. We have a limited amount of characters at launch, we're going to pick all the heavy hitters. We're going to add all the funny guys later. Every character we have at launch needs to be a heavy hitter, and they didn't do that.
Candy, you know why it said 24?
Why?
24 unlockable on 24 on start, rest are unlockable.
They're still on Discord launch, so it counts.
Yeah.
And back then, unlocking it meant playing the game, not money.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know, like a fun thing you were doing. It was like a fun experience. Like, oh my god, I'm going to unlock a new character if I win this battle. It's like, it was like a fun experience. I miss that.
This is funny because like to me, it's so like I've only ever like played MVC2 with friends, and I've never had the unlocking thing where it's like I played like on their thing and then we played together. And yeah, everyone just had the unlocked cast, so for all intents and purposes, you probably just like unlock those characters really fast.
Yeah.
So you'd have the 56 on start, so.
And I know the FGC people prefer the games don't have like unlockable characters anymore because that means like easier for tournaments and shit.
I kind of agree with that in that regard. Like mostly because my brain just goes like, if I'm interested in that person's moveset, or like if I'm going to like browse around movesets, I just want to find the thing I want first. I don't want to have to be playing characters that are like not necessarily suboptimal in like meta, but like suboptimal in my enjoyment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What character got me into Tekken? I don't even remember now.
What characters got into Token?
What character got me into Tekken?
Oh, to Tekken. Okay, do you want to talk about like because I don't think many people care about his fighting games as much, probably just like listening to us. But like let's make this interesting. For some of the fighting games that you did play, right? Here's
Yeah.
a fun little thing. What's the character you looked at that got you into the game? And then what was the character that became your main that kept you in the game?
Okay, let me look at the Tekken 7 roster because I did get into Tekken 7 like basically at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So it did have all the characters by the time I got into it, right?
Yeah. I'll start for
Yeah,
me
you
on
start.
my end.
Well, these notes.
For Blaze Blue, Ragna got me into Blaze Blue, right? Because he just looked like Dante in my head.
Yeah.
Hakumen is what kept me in Blaze Blue because I just liked how he played. I found him a very interesting technical character. For Guilty Gear, Kai got me into Guilty Gear. And then for Exert, Sin is what kept me in Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
KOF, it's K-Dash in both regards. I just like K-Dash.
Yeah. Stupid name, but okay.
He's so fucking cool. He's so dumb and cool. I love him.
No, but I know it because I know you like it because he's an Ika's motherfucker.
He inspired a lot of my tastes too, yeah. Because he's an
Also,
oldie.
he's the what is the name? The primordial Nika's motherfucker.
He is.
He's the primordial soup of the Nika's motherfucker.
It's funny because like this avatar that you see before you is like the culmination of like since I was a kid wanting to like make a character, and it's like Super Saiyan stuff of like different hair, like when you go awaken, and I was like, oh, it'd be cool if I went Super Saiyan. But then I thought about yellow hair on a brown person. I'm like, it doesn't look that cool. But then I thought about white hair. I'm like, that's cool. And eventually I saw no problem. Then eventually I saw K-Dash is like, that guy's so cool. And then like a bunch of like other tastes for that kind of creation just ended up creating this guy right in front of you.
Yeah.
Oh, he is the primordial. That's a very good way of saying it.
Okay.
I'm trying to think about other.
So who got me into Tekken? I'm trying. I think it was Elisa, the vampire lady from Seven.
All right. Okay.
Unfortunately, she kind of sucks.
Yeah, sometimes it just happens with the mains.
Yeah, but
the people who anchor you in, yeah.
Yeah, but the character I ended up playing the most in Tekken 7, I think, was Julia.
Okay.
Julia Chang, and then because she's not on 8, I started doing a lot of Lily, and Lily is very fun too. Lily and I have a lot of kinship because Lily is also just like way too tall.
I'm trying to think of any.
I think
Street Fighter.
I think Lily is like 195, 185, which for a woman in a Japanese game is a fucking giant.
Yeah. She would be clean. Can I also know, like, in some of the, like, in a lot of, like, the Japanese action media, there are a lot of people who are 6 feet.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm Southern Asian. You could say we're like fellow Asians. That is not your average.
Yeah.
But okay. Like, get a homie who's the average height. And then some people be like, yeah, that's our king. Like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Okay, so the first Call Gear I played was Rev 2. Right?
What 2?
Rev 2. Revelation 2.
Okay, yeah.
And I think it was like I got in for what's her name? Viken?
Viking's great, yeah.
And I ended up playing more Ram. Ram.
Ramlethal seems like you're kind of, yeah.
Yeah. And then on Blaze Blue, it was Lingxi that got me in, naturally.
Oh god, you picked Lychee?
Yeah, she was like the one that got me in, but I ended up playing more Tao because Tao Kaka just clicked with me. Her playstyle just clicked with me. So now I'm a Tao Kaka main.
You know what the funny thing is? I think every person I know who like picked Lychee ended up with someone else because Lychee is so weird to play. I like her. I like her character. Well, even her character is a bit kind of pathetic, but like she's got a lot of cool aesthetic things going on. But I like in terms of gameplay, I don't see her around much.
Yeah, it's because you have to like handle the pole, and I know it sounds weird out of context, but like there's so many attacks that are like installing the pole somewhere and like getting on top of the pole.
Yeah, it's just like a lot of like it's a lot of management on location and spatial awareness that's just a little too much because BlazBlue likes adding like a lot of like secondary mechanical things that you have to take into account when playing.
Yeah.
And some of them are kind of interesting, and then some of them just don't hit that well.
Yeah. And then I never got into Street Fighter. I tried playing it, but it just didn't click with me.
For Street Fighter, it would be who got me in? It was Yang, one of the twins, and then I ended up just with Cody because I fucking love Cody.
Yeah. Okay, so for Soul Calibur,
canonically one of the strongest people in an entire universe, and he was just like, "Yeah, I'm just in jail. Why are you in jail? Can't you break out?" I do sometimes when I'm bored.
Isn't he the mayor now, or like the president?
He's the mayor. It's like, but free food and stuff. So
yeah. Now, Soul Calibur. Who do you think got me into Soul Calibur?
Was it Ivy?
No, actually no.
Oh,
it was Link.
Oh, because the Zelda. All right.
It was because of like Link was in Soul Calibur too.
You could have told me Ivy, and I wouldn't even blame you. Ivy's like on everyone's bingo card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I jumped straight from I jumped straight from 2 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played any of the other ones. And obviously Link is not on 6 anymore.
Yeah,
it would be cool if he was though.
They had the whole like weird exclusive deals for I think like what was it like in the Xbox days? It was a Yoda for Xbox and then Darth Vader for PlayStation.
I think in Soul Calibur 2 it was Link for GameCube, Heihachi for PS2,
yeah,
and Spawn for the Xbox.
Yeah.
Which is like yeah, when I obviously Link is not in 6, they replace him with Geralt of Rivia.
Yeah. Oh, there was also Soul Calibur also had like Ezio. I completely forgot.
Yeah.
Ezio's like the funniest one out of that entire like roster of guest characters.
Yeah. And
he's the least equipped for this.
And then when I moved to 6, I ended up immediately like, and this is a case of like the character you pick at the beginning is the one you stick with. Because as soon as I moved from 2 to 6, I ended up like immediately gravitating to Tiara.
Yeah.
The crazy lady with the twin tail. And yeah, I ended up just still playing her. She's very fun to play. She has like 2 modes. You can go like a little bit crazy or like a lot crazy, and it changes her moves, and it's really fun. Also, she's crazy, and you know how I feel about crazy women.
I do.
Also, underboob.
Underboob is pretty great.
Underboob.
I can't even really. No, I don't know why, but like my brain was just imagining under night in birth, but they just decided to change it to under boob in night. I'm just giggling.
Under moving night.
Under boob in night. All right, Unib. In Unib, I
I haven't played any of those.
They're pretty fun. They're actually pretty fun. In
I don't know,
Under Night, I thought
I just look at those games and I saw like the main character is like a lady on like some jeans.
on what?
Is it, or is that another game from the same studio? The main character is like a lady on some jeans. On a
A
shirt.
different game, I think. Oh no, you're talking about the yellow hoodie girl.
I think, I don't know.
I think you're talking about Lynn, maybe. Yeah, no, she's kind of plain, but like I looked at Hyde, I looked at Seth, and I'm like, they look like characters I like, but then I ended up gravitating towards the weirdos like Merkava, and then my favorite because of course dark skin power, Enkidu. He's got a
Enkidu.
cool special.
I think it's pronounced Enkidu.
Yeah, Enkidu, like the actual. I think that because like I remember looking at it and I swear, okay, so they did spell it like Enkidu. I think before his release there was someone. Yeah, so sometimes it's spelled Enkido, like Enkidou, but then he just goes by the alias Enkidu.
I think he's like the Japanization of it, and then going romanizing it back.
Yeah, and you're just like wondering like why can't you just like pick a lane? But like yeah, no, he's my favorite. I love his special for that. But yes.
And then
Yes,
in
I like those games.
and then in I also have played a lot of like Smash Ultimate. And on that one nobody got me in. I just had it on my folder of like Nintendo 64 games when I was growing up.
Oh, Smash Ultimate. The person that got me in, Cloud.
Yeah.
The person I main, Cloud.
I remember
Yeah,
I had like growing up when I was like 6 years old, I had like a full folder of like random N64 rooms that one of my cousins had lying around. And Smash was in there, so you started playing Smash. I don't know, I liked it, so I kept playing Smash, and then
on Ultimate, I ever really care. Yeah.
On Ultimate, I started with Samus, like regular Samus, not Zero Suit, like Samus on like the full armor. And then I went to Kazuya.
Okay.
And then I ended up in Violet.
Huh. The person who likes Fire Emblem ended up with Violet. That's weird.
That's weird. No, but like the reason I ended up with Violet is because she's so much fun to play.
Okay, fair.
There's this attack she has where like you just like press down and B, and she has like a giant axe that just like kills anyone around you immediately. Because she doesn't like a big arch, like back to front. So it just kills everyone around you immediately, and it's very fun, very, very fun.
But yeah, this entire tangent aside, you know what all these games have in common?
Who has your favorite design though? Or like any fighting game, what's your favorite design?
Oh, you can't do this. I hate these pick games.
Like pick one character.
That makes it worse. What are you talking about? I don't count MVC because those are pre-established characters, not original to the game.
Yeah, Smash doesn't go either. Then
Smash doesn't go in this either. So that leaves like, I like Street Fighter women on average.
Yeah,
it's hard not to go and say they're iconic. I'm thinking. You pick yours first. I'm gonna think.
I don't know. The design wise, like purely on the design, I think my favorite is Ino from Guilty Gear.
Ino's up there. Ino's definitely up there. I definitely think Arxis might actually take the crown on this one because they've got a lot more going on.
Yeah,
it's still kind of like, but there's still something about them that they like. Their designs don't necessarily feel cluttered.
Yeah. It's because every character has like a theme. Every character has like an idea. You know, like there's a lot of anime bullshit around, but like you can tell that like whenever they were like designing every character, they had like a core theme, a core idea, a core like trait and everything else like around that. They had like a color, an idea, and they just added decoration around that, and that makes them cohesive, right? That makes them like,
yeah.
I can tell what there's a lot of belts and like zippers around you, but like I can't tell what your deal is. I can't tell who you are.
I think I'm still gonna have to put Hakuman. He's just interesting to look at.
Yeah.
He's kind of a design you find it you find also interesting because like if you thank you, if you inspect a little more, you're like, oh, he has eyes on his shoulders and feet and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, because there's no eyes on his mask and anything like that. Susanoo is like an upgraded version, right, because of the lore thing, but he doesn't really interest me as much because he kind of looks less like an automaton in my head.
Yeah.
But ironically, I like someone who's kind of adjacent to him. I like Merkava a lot in Under Night because he's just so creepy. He's tall, he's langly, he's just unsettling. There's something about that design.
Oh yeah, that's very cool. Kind of looks like an Eva. Kind of looks like an Eva, like a tiny Eva.
So the cool thing about Merkava when he first came out, when people were like playing the game on the YouTube Let's Play scenes and stuff like that, when Merkava wins the match, he literally grabs the person by his legs and then flies off, and you're like, that guy's just dead.
Yeah,
he's gonna eat him. That's it. Like, it's cool.
He's gonna eat his ass.
But Guilty Gear also, I have to remember the Guilty, like a bunch of the Guilty Gear roster right now. Let me look at some.
I do also really like a lot of the redesigns on Tekken 8. I think most characters are better in 8 that they didn't like before the other games.
Mm-hmm.
Lily especially. Lily looks fantastic. Lily is so pretty now. And the funny thing is that you can tell, like, you know how like the thing about like Lily and Asuka are like kind of canon.
No, you told me about this, yeah.
Because canonically they're like living together now.
They're roommates.
Because Lily just moved in once. Lily just decided she wanted to move in now, so she moved in, and you cannot do anything about that. What I find really funny about like, and it's like, I don't know, like there are only two pairs of characters that have like outfits that are like a swap, you know, like the outfit of another character.
Yeah.
And those two pairs
you told me about this.
Those two pairs are like Jing and Horang.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're like basics and rivals and whatever, so you can like swap their costumes. And the other ones are Lily and Asuka. Nobody else. Nobody else gets that. Those are the only two. No, but what I'm going to say about Asuka is that like in all the other games, she's just like wearing like a tracksuit or like a karate uniform, right? You can tell in Tekken 8, Lily actually dressed her because she has like a sense of fashion now.
Yeah,
and it's very Lily coded. Like the way she's dressed is very like rich girl coded, European rich girl coded. So you know it was Lily. It was Lily. she's dating an European rich. She's dating a European rich girl. So she's getting dressed by her European rich girl girlfriend. Look.
Yeah, I've seen. Hold on. I'm looking.
Nina also looks fucking fantastic in Tekken 8. That fucking dress she has on Tekken 8 is amazing.
Okay, I'm looking at Guilty Gear characters and it's really hard, but if we're talking like, okay, so here are some that I think are interesting. I'm gonna put out the one I think is like what I like the most, right? So I think I like ABBA, like new ABBA's look, right? She looks great.
Oh yeah, like the crazy lady with the key. Yeah, I love her.
Yeah. I liked Efelt's design in both iterations. I thought it was really cute for her character.
Yeah.
Now here are the two that are kind of tough, but I'm gonna edge out the winner soon. So I like Anji's design because you do see like the tomboy characters, but Anji's kind of like the reverse, right? He's like the martial dancer male, right? It's at least interesting to me. I like a lot of his color choices because I like those sort of blues, and I like him kind of like as a contrast to Biken in that sense. My favorite entirety on Guilty Gear on a design basis that isn't based on me like just playing the character, it's Testament. Testament looks
The
wonderful.
new one or the old one?
New one. The old one's
Because-
kind of not as great. The stupid little hat is kind of a like it's funny. It's like, do you like me? I'm like, and then you put on the hat. Yeah.
Testament got on HRT, so now.
I also like Dizzy's redesign a lot. She's really cute in it. But Testament kind of edges it out because just like you look at the character now and you're like, yeah, that's a really strong design. Like this is 90% people like goth mommy jokes aside, but like yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what gender you are, but you look cool.
Yeah, like you like so yeah. I think it's also part of like the androgynous look is just really strong.
Isn't
and cool
Testament
here.
canonically non-binary?
Yes, Testament is canonically non-binary.
Yeah. But you know who I really like? An XR design I really like?
What?
No. I mean like a Stripe redesign I really like.
Who?
May. She's just so cute now. In her giant fucking hood.
Yeah, May's adorable.
She's just
May
wearing
continues to be.
she's just wearing a giant fucking hoodie now. I love that.
May will forever just be the little sister character that's just adorable, and you're like, oh.
I also think Kai looks so much better now. He kind of looked like a loser before, in my opinion.
I did not like the long hair on him. I really did not like.
He got a better haircut. He put on a cool jacket. He's like, okay, you're cool now.
Yeah. I like Chip's redesign in some places. I'm not a big fan of the rope belt, but other than that, I like it.
I also like how Viking just didn't change. She's perfect.
I know Viking also lore wise would not change. She'd be like, why would I need to do this?
Viking is perfect.
Jacko,
fuck you. Viking is perfect.
Jacko with the mask is adorable. I love Jacko with the mask. She's so. There's something. So you know why I like Jacko with the mask a lot?
Why?
She gains the Spider-Man effect where.
Yeah, the eyes do the expression.
Yeah, it's just that, and you're like, yeah, okay.
I really like
so fun.
One thing I really like about her is like the whole thing with like the front of her hair has like a different color than the back of her hair.
Yeah.
I think that's a really cool effect.
I like a lot of her shit. She's really cool. I'm glad that Saul got his wife back in the weirdest way.
And also like,
and then someone's gonna correct me and tell me their relationship is in a weird situation. I'll be like, shut up, let me have something.
Nina looks so fucking cool now. Like the short hair, the dress, the jacket.
They turned my Bishonen son into like a twunk. They turned Sin like into bulk boy. Like he hit the gym.
Yeah,
very much
he
so.
Like 3 years old.
Yeah, he's like 5 maybe, and he looks more shredded than his dad.
Yeah,
it's the most awkward dynamic ever.
Yeah, but like look at how cool Nina looks now. I love her.
Yeah,
like the jacket and the short. She look like, maybe I'm biased because I really like short haircuts, but I think more women should like a short haircut.
Yeah, you know what? You're preaching to the choir here. There's no objections.
And also like,
I also know, like, I don't know why people don't like bangs as much. Bangs are rad.
Yeah, not to be like too much of a me, but like the fucking like triangular boob window. Look at that.
Okay, yeah, but essentially we've gone on a long tangent, and we've discussed this, and you know what? This just kind of solidifies. Characters are a very important aspect to a fighting game, so maybe you should have a good amount of them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 2XKO.
That like diamond shaped boob window is so very important.
I'm sorry, 2XKO. I want to say you tried, but you were in an awkward place. Also, my condolences to the developers. You did a great job on a technical level. I think you're the people who did Rising Thunder, which was also cool. And then everyone was just like, oh, the sauce needs to be like cool looking characters that everyone likes. And you know what? That was kind of agreeable. And then they got that, and then they didn't have enough of it.
Yeah.
And here we are.
And so she looks really cool in like, she looks really cute in like, you can put cut ears on her, and she looks really cute with the cut ears on. Look at her.
Oh, that's cute.
Meow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That
was our mini ramble about 2XKO. But you know what, Candy? Maybe this is for the best, because the hole that 2XKO left has to be filled. And who better to fill it than Dicko?
Yeah.
Dicko needs to be where the hole was.
Yeah.
Then
Put the
we'll
Dicko
reach
in the
the
hole.
climb. Yeah, until we reach the climax of fighting games. Put Dicko in until climax. Put it in tweets. Tag DC in it. There we go.
At DC Games, put Dicko in the hole.
Until climax. I really hope they put climax as like a subtitle for a new edition.
Yeah.
I'd laugh. I'd be so giggling. I'd be like, "Whoo!"
Yeah, because of those of you who didn't know, because most of you probably didn't know because nobody cares about DC anymore, and because it's a fucking fun game. Well, they recently announced a new DC Comics fighting game.
Yeah.
And again, it's just
Not
a
by
fucking
another
fun
round.
game. It's just a fucking fun game, so nobody gives a fuck because who the fuck is playing fighting games on their phone?
Yeah.
But the title of the game is DCKO, right? But the way the logo is designed, it looks like Dicko.
The problem was the tweet itself made it look like Dicko.
Dicko.
You're just like, why? There's a comic book run, and it's named after the comic book run, but the comic book run logo is the DC portion on the top, and KO is the subtitle, which kind of works a little better. But when you see this in a video game title format, you're just like, this looks like Dicko. This is bad.
Dicko.
Ooh.
You can have Dicko on your phone now. Dicko on the go. Dicko anywhere you want. Dicko in the bathroom.
You know what's in my pocket? Dicko.
You're taking a long shit. Dicko.
There you go. Feeling bored? Whip out your Dicko. Oh god, this is one of those moments where you're sure like the blowback happened immediately and some poor exec was just like, but why would they call it that? Like they were too innocent.
It's like, I feel like every company needs to hire some like 20-year-old, and their only job is to like check everything they send. Like, is this a sex joke by accident? Did we make a sex joke by accident?
Yeah, you need to hire that person. That person is more vital than you think.
Just like hire like some guy, some like 20-year-old guy. He's like, is this a sex joke?
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, it is. You better reword that. The other thing is apparently it's not even going to be replacing a NetherRealm DC fighter. Apparently that still might be in the works. So like, why would you make? It's not like they're necessarily competing. One's a mobile thing, but it's like you're kind of dividing the attention of this one property.
Why are you spending twice the money?
Yeah, just I don't get it. To be fair, even Dicko looks more interesting. So, yeah. It's moments like that where I have to say sentences like that, and then my friends like just can't like questions like, "You sure you're straight?" I'm like, "I'm pretty sure."
Dicko.
Yeah, no, no.
That's the solution to all
Whatever.
your like League of Legends fans. That's the solution to all your problems. You need more Dicko in your life.
Yeah. Feeling unsatisfied? Seek a Dicko. Whatever. It is what it is. It's kind of a shame to see like something eject from the market like this, but it was poorly mismanaged. For some reason, it was in dev hell.
It was like a comedy of errors, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just like it was in dev hell for so long. Like the news of like Riot acquiring that studio was so old.
It was like 9 years ago.
Like, yeah, and then it felt like they were just sitting on it, and apparently they were just deving there, and it's like, okay, that's fine, but it's like taking extremely long. Then it only got released recently, and Project L wasn't the worst name, but 2XKO sounded way worse, and just like for some reason there was just no attempt to market it better.
Yeah, like a lot of, I saw like the reactions to like the tweet or like the cancellation, and a lot of people were like that. It is out,
Yeah.
and I
Or
feel like
just
that is like marketing 101. People need to know that your thing exists.
yeah, you can't get so confident in your I think I don't want to necessarily like assume or like make a hypothetical where I think that's what they were thinking, but I genuinely do wonder if Riot thinks that like there's such a household name like after like the like success of like the esports scene in both Valorant and League of Legends, and also like the kind of general like kind of influx of like the more casual audience to Arcane, and they thought they
Yeah.
could just push this. And it's like, no, like it's also been shown that like people who watch Arcane didn't like jump to League of Legends or Valorant. They just wanted that thing, like a thing in that medium. They didn't care. There's not that much cross connectivity here.
And also fighting, and what you need to understand about like the fighting game community in specific is that fighting game fans are like weird little goblins that live in their like own little cave, talking only to like each other. So if you want people to buy a fighting game, you need to talk directly to them. Go to the places and like market it directly to them.
Just ads in general help. Just like more of like a community back and forth that just I don't know. There's just something about it where it's like it's not like it was radio silent, but like you'd just kind of be in that situation where you'd forget until it's mentioned, and that was it, and then now it's gone. And
Yeah.
I wish I cared. I didn't even touch it. It was free. I just didn't touch it.
Decoy is
just
probably
like
going to do better than that because at least the name is memorable.
Oh yeah. Well, I know in my heart I'm gonna touch Decoy.
Everyone needs to experience Decoy at least once in their life, you know?
Yeah, they do. You can't like. I mean, some of you are probably just scoffing at you've probably sworn off Dick. But let me tell you, you should at least try it.
Don't write it off.
Yeah. Put some hours. Put some hours.
You gotta give the Decoy at least 2 hours.
You got. You know what? I'm gonna say this. If they did this for the legitimate official marketing, I'd play it.
Yeah. Just like I want your cheat post out the name.
just be like, you know what? I gotta give you some props. Like, yeah, all right, I'll play it.
He's like, hire the guy who's running the kitchen nightmares account.
That's so funny. Oh my god. I mean, it gets people to talk about it. That's kind of the goal. 2XKO just isn't a good name. Like, people really underestimate the value of a name to a property. I remember I was like pitching the video that I was talking about when your house is haunted but rent's cheap, and like some of our friends went like, oh, the name's a bit too, it's very clear like it's a YouTube short thing. And like, yeah, like branding is an important thing that people really take for granted. You can't automatically assume any pre-established brand you have is going to do that, because you have to assume a market where people might have zero knowledge of who you are prior.
Yeah.
So
there were so many avenues. Like, again, there was the whole thing of just like replacing the league with another world in League of Legends. They could have done that.
Yeah. Well, what did they even name that like small RPG thing? They also named like Echoes like thing, and those also kind of like fizzled out, and I hear no one talk about them.
Yeah, and also like there's this whole thing of like in the League of Legends universe that the characters are like called champions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you could also have a name with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so
much. You're totally right. Like champions would have been the perfect like thing to add into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you didn't like, I don't know what really kind of went into here, and it's just like the overall sort of interconnectivity of like a universe. It's weird because apparently the Valorant universe takes place in the League universe, and it's just like, but they don't even really use characters from the League IP, and it's established itself kind of okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And also,
I wasn't even banking off of the League thing that well.
not to get political or anything.
Oh.
Not to get political or anything, but I'm just going to say, for the last couple of years, Riot has tried to be less horny, and I think that's hurt them. I think if 2XKO was a little bit more horny with the character skins, maybe it could have like limped around for like another year.
It is true that like the sexy skins do sell in games. There is a truth to it.
I mean, you look at number right, but that game fucking sucks.
I'll say DOA survives.
Yeah.
DOA is not a game a lot of people I know talk to me about tech.
That fucking volleyball game is probably doing more fucking money than like than Tekken is.
Yeah, like it sounds like so bad, but like and dated, but sex sells. It's true. It's just kind of true. Yeah.
I think the problem is that not that we are sexualizing women. I think the problem is that we also gotta start sexualizing men.
Yeah, do it.
Just make the horny for everyone.
Put us in there. We just need we need a rebrand. I think there was like a funny thing that Core Gaming was doing where they talked about like the horny skins and stuff like that, and if there was actually like an advantage to using them. And there was like apparently like there was a study like when certain characters of like obviously of like because they had to do it on like a demographic that was like because a lot of the characters would usually be female, right? That were being sexualized the most. So they would have to check on heterosexual male audience, and they would notice that there was like a slight change in reaction times. And then when it was for the heterosexual females playing, apparently I think it was because in Tekken it's like they noticed that like characters with smaller butts and more broad shoulders would affect their reaction times. So technically speaking, in some games, if you truly are that horny, it might cost you.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Did you see the Gunner Tech in Street Fighter?
Gunner Tech? No.
Like apparently, like I don't know because I don't play Street Fighter. So I don't know the specifics, but like I have seen tweets like someone realized that like, when you're playing as Mei, there is an attack that you can like combo into another attack, and if you do the combo exactly when the animation shows side boob, it always lands.
You mean Mai Shiranui, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing.
So you gotta wait for it, like you see side boob, press the button.
Also,
someone retweeted that. I was like, finally, Gunner Tech.
Finally, Gunner Tech. I've been rewarded.
He's like, and it's like, what were you looking for, huh? Well, how did you realize that, huh?
Don't worry about it. It's paying dividends. I'm trying to think though before we like end the podcast. Like I got like 10-15 minutes left, but like
it's been like for you, right?
Yeah. Is there any sort of like other company that goes to this extent of trying to like dip their toes into their franchise going into different genres? Like Nintendo is usually where you would go, but like I kind of take them away because I look at them and I look at their characters as like just overall mascots. You know? I'm trying to think of like other companies that are like, oh yeah, let's put like our universe and then have like other game genres like set in this universe.
Yeah, I don't think there are a lot of them. Maybe maybe Atlus with Persona. They're trying to do anything with Persona.
True.
They're dancing games, fighting games. Like they have like an XCOM ripoff with Persona 5. That is actually pretty good.
They also had a fighting game. Yeah, they had a fighting game series. They did do it.
They have a fucking Warriors game that is like canon. That is like technically canonical, I think.
Yes. So Persona is pretty much like the biggest one that can be named. But like with Riot, Right. Because like Persona is different because like you've got like a far smaller cast of characters that are more like kind of like fleshed out by comparison for their individual storylines because they have
Yeah,
like an over-ending arc. Whereas like Raiden League have to have these champions go through like comic book ass storylines that you have to keep up with.
yeah.
So it's like
Speaking of that, is that joke I keep saying
yeah.
about Wolverine? Is the joke I keep saying about Wolverine true? That he's just like in like the stupidest side plots all the time.
Who?
Wolverine, is that true? He just goes in like the
About what?
weirdest side plots all the time.
I think so.
Because I keep saying this joke is like a picture of like Wolverine strapped to a rocket, and the text of the meme is like the X-Men. We have to save the universe. Meanwhile, Wolverine.
Yeah. I think so. I think Wolverine gets like pulled into a lot of weird stuff. Because he's kind of like he's very good as a foil to a lot of goofy characters. He's also like, but he has like the potential for his more serious like kind of revenge like driven storylines and that stuff. So yeah,
Isn't it funny how like we have had like a bunch of like they have rebooted the universe a couple of times. They have recast Spider-Man like 3 times, and like Hugh Jackman is still Wolverine.
Can you actually point at anyone else who would look like him?
I don't know.
I
Maybe anyone.
can't.
Maybe anyone shorter.
Probably, but like
Because
the
Hugh
face
Jackman is a
hard
huge
to-
dude.
He is.
I mean, he's not huge, but he's like tall enough.
It's kind of like with Nick Fury, where it's like I don't like if Samuel, God forbid, Samuel L. Jackson passes, but like if he did, who the hell would be the replacement?
Yeah.
Like it's just like this character was literally made for you. Like I can't.
Yeah, but
think
I feel
of
like the thing about
anyone.
I think like the thing about Sam is that like Sam is one of those is one of those actors that he just like never actually plays a character. He just plays.
It's just him.
interests
It
as a
seems like
character.
you're like 80% sure to 90% sure they just asked Sam to be himself,
Yeah,
and he's like, all right.
I found the meme.
Yeah. Shut up, Scott. Like you have any place to like talk. I hate you.
Scott.
Hmm?
Who's Scott? I don't know who.
Take a
who
guess. It's Cyclops.
Cyclops.
Yeah, because he sucks.
He's so fucking annoying.
He is.
Like I don't know anything about him, but like, like fighting games in Marvel Rivals is so annoying.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's how I decide which superheroes I like and which superheroes I don't like.
Would you like to know
Be-
something about Cyclops that was like a reboot to some of his powers, but I'm not entirely sure if
The
they kept
punch
it because it
dimension?
was so the laser dimension.
No, it wasn't laser. It was punches. It was the punch dimension.
Well, because they're concussive lasers. He doesn't have any lasers that actually obliterate or anything. His eyes are just portals.
The punch dimension.
It's just why?
Portal to
For what
the
reason?
punch dimension. Yeah.
What's the reason?
Yeah, because like I don't watch the Marvel movies. I don't read comics. I don't know anything about superheroes. So like my ranking for like a character is like how much do I like playing as them versus how annoying they are to play against. That's how I decide which superheroes I like and which superheroes I don't like.
That's valid. There's way too much. There's also a thing that's been getting a little on my nerves with some of the comics because I actually am a little more inclined to DC than I am Marvel. Where my friend was talking to me about the absolute comic runs and how they're actually really good, and I was like, oh, cool. And then they were explaining to me how they came to be and like the lateral like metaphysical context is like, okay, so there are like universal beings who are just like the true creators, and then they're a step above God, and there's a step above God. It's like, okay, shut up. At some point, your brain can't scale that quantity, so it's meaningless, and it doesn't matter. So it just sounds stupid, and it is.
Yeah.
Like, so as soon as you tell me, it's like, oh, there are people who created the universe. Oh, yeah. I'm like, you mean gods? Like, no, but then there's like super god, and then there's the source wall for gods, and then there's just like beyond the source wall is the super duper god who with vanilla cupcakes, and you're just like, I can't quantify it anymore. There's no meaning to that.
I wonder if
It's useless.
I wonder if Marvel Token runs on Goku.
I hope it does. Goku changed to be that game's engine. He's bearing the weight like he did in Strive.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so like for example, like I have a fucking Spider-Man is my least favorite superhero now.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Spider-Man. I hate him. Groot, fuck his ass. I hope he warns.
I love
Throw him into a fucking campfire. I don't care.
Let's sit around the campfire and sing. He's
Jeff-
voiced by Vin Diesel.
Jeff
I
the
don't have
Shark.
any attention.
Jeff the Shark. I'm going to cut off his fins, make soup, and force him to eat it.
He's cute.
He's fucking annoying to play again.
He's a little dog puppy.
He's too annoying to play as. I don't care. Too annoying to play against. I mean, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what the fucking thing about like Groot is? The fucking annoying thing about Groot is
What?
that he's not even annoying to play against.
Mm-hmm.
He's annoying to play in your team
Oh.
because he's like the only one of the tanks who has like solid shields. Every other tank has like energy shields that are like translucent and like you can shoot through them, right?
Oh, so like it can be a game of just like bad positioning or just
Yeah, it's like I'm playing as a sniper Groot to putting shields in front of me. I cannot fucking see any, and they're too far away. They're not going to get me. Oh my fucking god! Stop looking doors. I'm trying to go through a fucking door, Groot. What are you doing? And I feel like there are characters that are like it's less about like what they are and more about who plays them. Like for example, I hate having Punishers on my team because the people who play Punisher universally don't seem to not have any idea what teamwork is and just want all the kills.
I don't get
So it's
the
very
whole
annoying.
like. Well, it's not. I don't get, but it's just like it's one of the reasons I don't like playing team games if I'm going into any sort of thing where people can take it like competitively, right? It's just
Yeah.
because you'll get the people who take it too competitively, and if you're just chilling, or even if you go on a competitive level, it's just like it becomes a very fast game of pin the blame.
Yeah.
And you might not even necessarily be doing it on purpose. Your brain is just like, maybe you could have made all the correct decisions and then someone else made a suboptimal play, and then your brain fixates on that because it was out of your control and stuff like that. And it's just, I just can't find any fun in that.
Yeah, it's so fucking annoying. Like you have because like I'm not like super competitive necessarily, but like there is definitely like limits, you know? Like there are points where you get to like there are points
because you
like,
don't want to be playing every match you play. You want to have like a little bit of, you know, some victory to look forward to. And
yeah,
stuff like that.
I am not super competitive, but there is like a point where like you are straight up just not playing the actual game. You know, you're trying to do something else. You're trying to like again, like with the Punisher mains. The Punisher mains play the game like it is like fucking Call of Duty or something. They just want the kills. They don't do the objective. They just go forward and get the same skills, like trying to get more kills.
Considering the type of person that character might appeal to, that checks out.
There are healers that are like they go forward chasing kills, and it's like you're a fucking healer. Stay behind the tanks and fucking heal. There's a difference between being super competitive and just like straight up not playing the role or the game. There are like basic rules of game.
You do have to like have some sort of awareness. It's always that annoying thing I think of where it's like, if you're in a game and it's going to be like a team game and then someone calls you out on like just not giving a shit in the team game, and then you're just like, dude, it's just like my day off, like I don't want to care about that stuff. It's like, cool, then don't play a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? If your entire argument for everyone else having a shitty time is like, well, I'm just kind of doing my own thing and having fun. It's like, yeah, fuck you. I don't care. Because your entire argument is like, I don't care about you. You should care about me having fun instead of all of you having fun. And that's my excuse. It's like, yeah, but then I can throw that excuse back at you. And so can 9 other people. So fuck you.
Yeah.
Just play a single player game. Just play a single player game or just a solo multiplayer game. Like where the entirety or not even fighting game. Just go to like a COD game where it's like not even team deathmatch. It's just like solo or whatever. And then
Marvel Rivals has Marvel Rivals has a team deathmatch mode. Just play that.
Yeah. Just play another mode where like other people's shit isn't carried by your your lack of care or whatever. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay,
It's
so
it's very
heroes
odd.
so now heroes I like. Um,
Mhm.
Doctor Strange.
He's neat.
Doctor Strange players seem to be universally helpful. Every time I get a Doctor Strange on my team, it's like, oh, you're a good tank. Thank you.
Mhm.
Same thing with Magneto, because Magneto is a tank in Rivals.
Yeah.
I also think Magneto was right. Like in general, like story-wise, I think Magneto was right.
About what?
Yes.
Okay.
Like I just think there's a little like there's this scene on like one of the older like X-Men movies, because I did watch those, right?
Yeah.
Where Storm is like trying to console like I think it's Rogue.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, that's rich coming from you because you are like an actual goddess. Rogue just kills anything she touches. She kind of like
That is true. You can yeah, there's when it talks about like the X-Men displacement of abilities and like the ability to console people, there are totally mutants who are just like they've gotten the worst pick of it where it affects their physical looks too and they can't integrate into society.
yeah.
And yes, that can create the discourse of you do understand how hard it is thus to pitch kind of like what is essentially platitudes to these people, especially when you aren't experiencing those hardships. It'd be a different story if Beast was telling you that,
Yeah, because he
right?
looks like that.
Yeah, and he is going to innately have a harder time to integrate, but he is trying his best, and you can make the argument when he's the one who's doing that for you. But when it's any of like the humanoid people who can kind of get a free pass, kind of tough.
I would kind of get it for Logan
I'm,
because Logan is like humanoid. But the
yeah,
whole thing about like living forever and watching everyone you know die, it's kind of like
yeah. So and if he's trying to be like be on the side of good, you can respect that. You can also respect like my favorite X-Men is like a Nightcrawler. I love him. He's lighthearted. He's a nice guy.
Isn't he
And
Catholic?
just yeah, he's Catholic. I don't mind. I think he's also just kind of like he's just chill.
We found the one good one.
We found the one good one. He's just chill, and he's just like a super kind guy to people. In the I can't remember on the comic book run, but in the 2000 series, I think there's a comic book run. He and Rogue are essentially like adopted siblings, because Mystique is Nightcrawler's mom. Rogue was kind of like mentored by Mystique in a way, and their entire dynamic in that show was, I've got a sibling now. This is great, and it's the most adorable thing ever. Because you've got like the goth nervous sister and like the fucking dorky younger brother. It's the cutest thing. But like again, to go back, Nightcrawler's chick is yeah, naturally he looks like a goddamn demon.
Yeah. Yeah, I know he's like the blue guy with like the horns and the tail.
Yeah. But like he also tries to see the best in things, and it's just like that can be helpful to the people who are really on the fence there and they have a harder time integrating. But when it's someone who's in a better position than you speaking those platitudes, it's hard to believe them.
He's like, shut up, Storm. You're just like a hot lady who can summon tornadoes.
You were married to Black Panther.
She
Come
I
on.
didn't know that.
She was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have I seen the Barbie movie? Not yet. I do want to see it, but I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either.
That's like, I have a lot of a long list of movies that I'm like, I'm going to watch that someday, and then I get to ADHD and I never watch it.
we could try it for the movie night. We could try it for the movie night at some point.
Yeah. Speaking of hot women, did you see the drawing I made, the most recent one?
No, you didn't show it.
Transform. Split to screen.
Oh, that's a really good. You made that. Damn. Yeah, you're getting better and better, buddy. Looks great. I don't know if you can keep it on the. I don't know if you can keep it on the stream for too long, but
I'm getting better at shading. That's the thing. I feel like that's it.
Mhm.
I finally understanding like shading and that's it.
Do you want to do the thing where we do like the original experience where people did like the back to back with Oppenheimer and Barbie?
Yeah. How long is Oppenheimer? Because I may not be able to watch it if it's too long. Because my brain doesn't
True.
like that. Who is it? It's Zuko. That character is Zuko. Yes. It's a VTuber I draw a lot because I like her design and not because I have like a parasocial crush on her and I want her attention or anything like that.
Well, when you say it like that, that kind of doesn't make you.
Oh, it is exactly 3 hours. Has she seen it? Yeah, she really liked it. She actually put it up on her. That's the reason I knew I could show it, is because she actually put it up on her stream for a while.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
3
hours.
Jesus, it is exactly 3 hours, 180 minutes. That's kind of funny.
I'm happy for your unhealthy parasocialized ass. Damn. What were we talking about? All right, the X-Men. Yeah.
Oh,
Did I show you that? I still love that fucking solid JJ bit where Iron Man's drunk and hurting like Magneto. What is it? What?
Do you remember when I was showing you the Umas? And there was this one that is like a hobo that is addicted to gambling?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the actual horse died today.
Oh, poor thing. But did it at least pass from old age?
I think.
Okay, that's good. At least it went peacefully. Poor thing.
No, it's really funny. Like, the thing is, like, because for me it is August 22.
Mm-hmm.
But the Wikipedia page says like it died August 23 because it's in Japan. So it is tomorrow for them now.
In the future, be warned of the future in which this horse will pass. Meanwhile, Goldchip's dad, no, this is what I'm trying to prevent.
Yeah, 20 years is pretty good for a horse, I think. Right?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I sent you the video that I just love of Iron Man being drunk and hurting Magneto.
Oh yeah, you posted it on the Discord, yeah, right?
I love the delivery of Iron Man being drunk. Glass, you can't control glass, dick. You did it, Tony. You did it by being an alcoholic. Yeah, dude.
What are the? Is there like a distance limit for Magneto's power? Does he need like line of sight? Like,
no, so there's a fight him and Iron Man actually have where because Magneto is considered what, like, I think an Omega level mutant. So
I mean, yeah,
there is a literal fight he has with Iron Man where he is getting the magnetic power of Jupiter. Like, he is channeling it as a fuel source.
So could he just like, as like a little joke, just like turn all the gold in like Fort Knox into dust and like have it travel to him?
I'm not entirely sure like how strong his like magneticism is in terms of like dissipation material, because like if you get into like actual like astrophysical like phenomena,
no, I don't mean like dissipating it. I mean just like turning it into dust, so it's easier to like transport around walls, and just like having it go to him as like gold dust, and then
true. Who knows? I guess in that universe, Fort Knox has to be reinforced by something against like metahumans.
Yeah, which is like the whole thing about like the, speaking of Omega level threats, it's like the whole thing about like X-Men being a terrible allegory for racism.
Yeah, no, it is because like it works in a universe where no one else in the Marvel universe exists, but you can't have a situation where someone is running around and like Spider-Man saves them. He's like, "Great, Spider-Man," and then like, I don't know, Cyclops saves like a bank or something, and going like, "Disgusting."
No, but also like there's the whole thing about like, as far as I know, I don't know. I probably have like 2%, so I don't know. But as far as I know, black people cannot just like summon a tornado into your house if they're angry with you.
Mm-hmm.
If they could, maybe I will want them on a list, at least.
It's also, well, it's just like, Yeah, because there's an actual like sustainable threat level of a mutant. Yes, this is true. But it's also just like you're just sitting there though, but it's just like, man, it was so great when Thor came down from the shattering my perception of religion and space and time, and he saved us. But hey, fuck that Wolverine guy though, like mutant's icky. It's stupid. Yeah. It's so dumb. It doesn't work. None of it works.
It's like, I don't know, if there was like a minority of people, and that minority of people had the ability to just like turn your insides into gosh if you like made them a little bit angry.
Yeah, no, there is a rightful point to it's like in the comic book thing where you grow up, and when you're a kid, if you read like Civil War, or you kind of knew Civil War just on its premise of, oh, there's a superhero registration act, superheroes have to be registered with the government so they can be accountable for any sort of situation. When you're a kid, it's like, but superheroes are always good, they'd always do right, that's bad. But when you grow older, you're like, no, that checks out, though you should do that. So,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, you probably need a list.
Yeah, like you can't just be letting any random schmo with power just decide what's right and wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny how unbalanced the X-Men are.
Yeah, no, it's really fun.
like the gaps in power between different like power levels with them.
I have an old video of when I was playing a Marvel game with my friend. He's an artist. He's a really good artist. He doesn't stream anymore, but he's a great artist. He does YouTube thumbnails for people. So fun. He can be really fucking funny, and he's really into comics. And I remember we were talking about the X-Men, and he watched like the animated series, and he's like, "Remember Morph? Do you remember Morph?
Morph?
Morph?" And I'm like, "Who?" He's like, "Died in episode 1, Morph." I just remember, like, yeah, the X-Men's kind of a revolving door of the main crew and a bunch of losers.
Yeah. Okay, so
can you imagine?
I'm just looking for like
genes.
I'm just looking for like lame X-Men powers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there is this one that's like he's just like a normal guy, right? Except he has the power to just like explode himself. But like he's not immortal or anything, so he can only do it once.
Do you know how like I do remember this one. Do you know how shitty it must be where you realize that you've somehow like hit the genetic lottery of like evolving powers or whatever?
Yeah.
And you just got the worst one.
Yeah. This motherfucker superpower is literally Gogo Al Qaeda. He's just a suicide bomber. That's all he is. Gogo Gadget Al Qaeda power.
Go suicide bomb.
Maggot, a mid-90s creation whose power is having 2 sentient slugs living in his stomach that he can send out to eat things. Huh?
Okay. Comic books, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what the funny thing is? I think we were talking about it. Is just like the sustainability of the Marvel Cinematic Universe just feels like it's reaching its heat death.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely think
I think it's like someone posted a picture of like an official, like Disney actually published like an official list of like the things you need to watch before like the new Spider-Man movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that's 40 hours of homework. That's 40 hours of stuff you need to watch
before
you watch this movie.
I thought the Spider-Man movie was more isolated.
Huh?
I think you might be thinking about Doomsday.
Maybe. Yeah, but like it is like that's 40 hours of content.
But it's like, yeah, it's also like there was that joke post where it's like they showed the Doomsday trailer, and then like one of the comments was just like, most of this movie is gonna be people meeting each other, which is likely because the audience hasn't watched everything. because everything's lackluster by comparison, because there was no decisive decision. Like, there was no direction from the get-go on what was going to be the end-all be-all. And for all intents and purposes, as someone who knows a bit about comics, Doctor Doom is actually a very good ultimate villain, but this Doomsday isn't the end of this phase. So what are we doing here? Like, what are you building up to? Like, what are you like? I am very much of the mind where after this phase, if they fail, they might just hiatus off the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
Like, my brain just, because like the amount of budget they're putting into like paying these actors and the production values, like I feel like we've hit like on the parabola, we're just on the downward trend, and like as we continue, it's just probably not sustainable right now or feasible, and maybe they'll have to take a break. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe the merchandising more than likely makes up for it, like the toys and everything. But I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like Marvel has been on the discussion board outside of Spider-Man.
No. Okay, I
in
found these.
In the movies.
I found this mutant. His name is Ugly John. He doesn't have any powers, he just has 3 faces on his head.
I feel like you could fix that with surgery.
I don't know, maybe they grow back, I don't know.
Ew. Yeah, that's at that point, just remove your brain and put it into a synthetic body.
I found another one.
Okay.
His name is John Sander. His mutation is that he is blue. He has no powers. He's just blue. He's just a dude. He's just like a dude that is blue.
How are you gonna have the drawbacks of both Nightcrawler and Beast and get nothing out of it?
He's just a dude that is blue.
That's dabba dee babuda.
No. I just look at the wiki. I just look at the wiki. The wiki says, powers. His skin was blue. He had no other known powers. Abilities. Mediocre rapping.
Yeah, that's and I too will mediocrely, yeah, wrap up this podcast. That's just what I did.
Okay, so are you going to wrap the outro? Is that what you're saying?
No, check out my YouTube at youtube.com/@nocturne. That's youtube.com/@nocturne. Or Twitch and drop a follow on either. Link is in the title of the podcast. Follow Candy on her Twitch and YouTube to see her past broadcasts, clips, and podcasts. Check her Blue Sky for organized thoughts, or join her Discord to see her disorganized thoughts, which are her main thoughts. And the bot will leave all the links provided. And if you have such feedback for the podcast, like keep talking about Dicko, to which we'll go, yes, we all need more Dicko in our lives.
Yeah. This is a Dicko on the stream now. Join my fansly for exclusive Dicko content.
You know, if you get Candy excited, her Dicko will get longer. The streams, I mean, yes. Let's get Dicko big, everyone.
This is the year of Dicko. Everyone gets some Dicko this year.
I need you all to know that we can't be sitting on Dicko.
Don't sleep on Dicko.
I want you all to wake up and the first thing in your mind and in your hands is Dicko.
You gotta get some Bitcoin when you wake up, some Bitcoin before you go to sleep.
Yeah, you gotta spread it through word of mouth. Dicko's gotta be in your mouth. I'm going. Love you, Candy. Bye.
You too, bye. Tico. The logo genuinely does look like that. Like, I'm just going to. Like, it genuinely looks so funny. What's Tico? DC Comics is launching a new fighting game, and it is called DCKO, but the logo looks like it just called Tico. Like, it's meant to be DCKO because, like, it's a fighting game with like DC characters, but the logo just looks like Tico. It looks like it just says Tico. Like, look at this. At Play Tico. They really need to hire like a millennial to make sure they're not making sex jokes. Just hire one guy. He's like, no, don't call your game now. That just says Dico. Anyway, anyone remember play Dico today? Play with your Dico today. Actually, I don't even know if the game is out already. But yeah, I will be making the poll for the 12-hour game soonish. I'm still waiting for the karaoke submissions from people. So we'll see how it happens about that. I'm also brainstorming ideas for the mascot. I still don't have anything like fixed on that yet, so that's going to take a while. But I'm trying to figure it out. But yeah. As usual, thank you everyone for stopping by. I hope you had a fun time today. Hearing us talk about Deco. I will see you guys on Monday, most likely. And yeah, I hope you have a good day, good night, good rest of your time zone. And I'll see you again soon. Wait, there's a sneeze coming out. God fucking damn it. Ugh. Let's say hi to Scout again. She's still having her birthday celebration, so let's just say hi to her again. I fucking hate snedging. I don't enjoy snedging. I like regular edging, but I don't like snedging. You probably didn't need to know that, but whatever. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye. I'm not hard to read, I know. I know. Bye-bye, everyone. Remember, do not trust cows. I'm going to keep insisting that until you memorize it. Do not trust the fucking cows. Bye.